Yo! What is good, Philly Take Nation? Welcome on in Sunday evening edition. Two best words in sports. Game 7. Leave it all on the line. It's all out there for a chance to go to the conference finals. Will it be Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, and the Cleveland Cavaliers trying to get to a spot they haven't been since LeBron was in town? Going up against the young Detroit Pistons led by Cade Cunningham, an NBA superstar, Tobias Harris, Jalen Duren, B-Ball Paul. This series has been filled with everything, tons of unpredictability. Now they leave it all out on the line. 48 minutes. Who wants it more, man? Who will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals to face the New York Knicks? We will talk about it all. We will react in real time. We will break it down as we always do right here on Philly Take with RB. Let's go, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome on in and happy Sunday evening. Ladies and gentlemen, first off, thank you so much for being here. I know that we didn't promote this stream, but, I figured we're going to be streaming the rest of the playoffs. We have a beautiful Game 7 upon us. Let's go enjoy some hoops, man. Let's watch this game. Let's react. Let's break it down. A lot of people are not too excited about this series in general, just seeing the teams and the rosters and how they look. But you know what, man? The last Game 7 we streamed a couple weeks ago was an epic thriller. Obviously, it involved my Philadelphia 76ers, but it was fun, man. And it is the best time of the year for the NBA, man. You get to break down playoff games and watch high-level hoops, and I do think that there's a lot of interesting storyline around this game. So anyway, welcome in NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show. It is your boy RB. I know we haven't been on here in like a week to stream a game, man. We tried on Tuesday night. You got to give me a little bit of credit, man. We tried on Tuesday night, but as soon as I came on here to stream the Spurs and Timberwolves Game 6, or maybe that was Game 5. I came on to stream Game 5, and as soon as I did that, the Sixers started doing everything that they need to do this offseason. So, we went to react to that, so I do apologize about that, but we will tell you about the rest of the week, the schedule. We did a couple live streams this week, streaming Sixers press conferences and a bunch of stuff. But look, I'm looking forward to this, man. I'm not going to sit here and say I've watched every minute of this series. I've probably watched about 4.5, 5 games of it. But, I love Game 7s. I love the NBA, and I love streaming this stuff. So anyway, welcome in. And again, it is Philly Take with RB, NBA Playoff Game Day Live, brought to you by our great friends all season over at National University. And as always, we are powered by the Prize Picks app. So again, 3-3. We are in Detroit, and it is Game 7. It's all on the line right here. Chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. As always, this is the number one game day live show. We give you pregame, live game, postgame coverage. We'll give you live stats, play-by-play reaction, analysis, all that and more. Do me a favor, like the show, subscribe to our channel if you enjoy the content. Most importantly, hit that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of the content. Make sure you follow us on all other platforms as well. Our link tree will be in the chat. Guys, we got to get these likes up. That way people know that we're live. We can push those bell noties out, and YouTube can let people know that we're live. So let's talk about this game a little bit, man. The matchup for me, and what I'm curious to see in terms of storyline, is obviously the big one is James Harden, right? James Harden, Game 7 has not been a match made in heaven. It's actually been the opposite. It has been the terror. It's been the nightmare. It's like the bad thing you can't shake out of your life. That's what Game 7 has been for James Harden. and he has not shown up at all in Game 7s. So the question is, will he finally show up? Will he take over, and will he get it done? He's had a couple really good games in this series. He's had a couple really bad games. Then obviously Donovan Mitchell, who I think is a special player. There's definitely implications about this series and his status in Cleveland. You know, if he doesn't get past the second round here, will he want to stay with the Cavaliers? Do the Cavaliers have enough? I think they made the James Harden trade for moments and games like this one tonight. Let's go. That is why the Cleveland Cavaliers made the trade at the deadline, because they look at this type of game or this type of moment and they need to get over the top. In my opinion, and this is going to sound pretty crazy, and let me know if you agree or not, I actually think there's more pressure overall as a franchise for the Cleveland Cavaliers in this game than the Detroit Pistons. Would you agree or disagree with that? Here's my thinking behind it. And again, I'm not saying the Pistons have no pressure. You know, I think it's going to be hard for them just looking at their team, you know, like in terms of what they need moving forward. And I know they were the number 1 seed, but the Pistons still have a young core to build upon. Last year was the Cavaliers' chance to get over the hump, right? And they got punked early in the playoffs in the second round. To me, this kind of feels like, all right, you go out and trade for James Harden, but you have to get over the hill a little bit here. And for the Detroit Pistons, I still feel like they have a little window ahead of them. Now, do they have to get better? Absolutely. I'm not just going to sit up here and dog Tobias Harris. Last game, he was atrocious, but he has been pretty good in the playoffs. Now, is he the number 2 guy for Cade Cunningham? No, he's not. He's definitely not. And, Jalen Duren obviously has shown in this series and in the playoffs that he's not the guy either. I mean, he still can be an integral part of the team, but he's got to get a lot better. Cade Cunningham needs that swingman. He needs that guy on his hip, that can knock down big shots, can ISO, can take over. Pistons just don't have that. They have a great defensive mentality. They're tenacious. They're, on-ball freaks. Like, they're everywhere. They play great team defense. They're hungry. They got that Detroit swagger, but they don't have enough scoring, right? So they need to really lock down in this game. And even going forward, if they win, like, they really just got to play as tough as they can. So anyway, that's kind of how I feel about this. I think, obviously, whoever loses is going to be disappointed. But if the Cavaliers, let's say they come out here and get punked tonight, I think it could be instrumental, not only for the Cavs now and next year, but just going forward. Do they have enough? Does Donovan Mitchell want to stay? There are so many ramifications that could arise from this game tonight. So that's kind of how I feel coming into this game. I don't know if I have much more to add other than just watching the series, in different spots and places, like I said, kind of jumping in and out. Jalen Duren has been a huge disappointment. He's got to show up big time tonight. And shout out to my guy, B-Ball Paul. Can we get an out the mud in the chat, man? Can we get out the mud? Obviously, if anybody remembers the diehards, my old podcast with B-Ball Paul, Out the Mud, he has been phenomenal, man, in this series. I'm really happy for him because leaving Philly, there were no teams that wanted B-Ball Paul outside of the Detroit Pistons. And the Pistons at the time were the worst team in the league. So I know there's going to be some questions in the chat of, RB, who do you want to see win this game? I don't care who wins this game. I'll be honest. I really don't care because I don't think either team stands a chance against the New York Knicks. What I'm really excited for is the Spurs and the Thunder, which starts tomorrow. We will be streaming almost every game of that series. I believe there will be one game I cannot stream, but every other game we will be streaming Spurs and Thunder. I'm really excited to watch that series. And I do think whoever wins that series is going to win the NBA Finals. I'll put it out there right now. I think that's going to be my version of the NBA Finals, which I've been telling you all about for about 5 months now. Spurs and Thunder is a destined matchup. It's going to happen, and it starts tomorrow night, and we will be here, and I'm so pumped for that. With that being said, seeing the way the Pistons came from being one of the worst teams when they drafted Cade, having that monster losing streak a couple years ago to being where they are now, it's pretty cool. It is cool. So again, just kind of laying out the storylines here. We'll see what happens. But what do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about this game? I'm not going to go through the whole normal pregame spiel. I just want to know in the chat, who are you giving the edge to? You know, who do you feel is the more dominant team? Does either of these teams have a chance to go to the finals? What do you guys think, man? $5 super chat from my guy AP. What's up, AP in the house? AP says, hit the like button. Donovan Mitchell's reputation is on the line. I think he's going to have a monster game. I think Cleveland wins, and I got the merch 2 days ago. Shout out to my guy AP for supporting the brand, man. He is a New York Knicks fan, but he has been supporting us all season. And for that, I say thank you, AP. I appreciate you. We will talk a little bit about the Knicks later on here. It almost feels like I haven't streamed a game in like 2 months, man, even though it was 6 days ago. I really needed to hit a little reset, man. This week was hectic with the Daryl Morey firing, the Bob Myers press conference. We covered it all week. If you didn't see it, go check it out. We will have some Sixers off-season stuff coming here in the next week or two. Then we'll sprinkle in a little bit of draft stuff. We'll stream the rest of the playoffs. And then, eventually we'll get to the whole off-season plan. What do the Sixers do? What does it look like for the NBA? We will have all the coverage coming here in the next month and a half. But yeah, man, I feel rejuvenated. I'm still disappointed about the Sixers loss, but at the end of the day, man, what can we do about it? What can we do? So it's been nice just taking a few days to just kind of hit the reset button, being locked into the playoffs and everything. But I'm ready to go for the rest of the playoffs. I'm excited, and I think tonight's going to be a fun one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will talk about it more. But with that being said, I guess we can go to our final predictions here as we're about 5-10 minutes away. Also, they just named the MVP, which, funny enough, it kind of got leaked this morning by Shams. He wasn't supposed to do it. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the league MVP for the second consecutive year. Let me know your thoughts on that. I think it's well-deserved. I think he should have won it, and he did. I tweeted this morning, it was funny that SGA got traded along with 7 first-round picks / pick swaps for Paul George because Doc Rivers didn't really like him. Like, everything just kind of, turns its way back to the Sixers in some way. So I just think it's funny. But anyway, man, ladies and gentlemen, we will go to our official predictions here. Let me know in the chat right now, final predictions. Give me your final score prediction, who gets the W, and who leads the game in scoring. How many points will they have? That's what I want to know from you right now. Final score prediction, who gets the W, who moves on to the Eastern Conference Finals, and who has the big game tonight in Game 7. This is where heroes are made, man. Like, you think about growing up as a kid, as a young adult, like, the amount of hours they train, like, it's for games like this, man. This is where the superstars are made. So who do you think's going to get the W? Let me know in the chat. I will give you my prediction here on the other side, but real quick, got to give a shout out to our great partners of the show over at Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, the playoffs are here. I mean, we're in full effect. Couple really good series coming up, and there's no better way to cash in on high-flying hoops action than with Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. Do not pass up your next shot with Prize Picks. Get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first 5. All you have to do is use code CLNS. And I've been telling you about this throughout the playoffs. The Do It Live 2026 NBA Finals Sweepstakes. You can pick live squares during the playoffs on the Prize Picks app and win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. You can win a trip for 2 to the Finals. All you have to do to enter is make a $5 lineup with at least one live player pick during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Get in on all the action today. Prize Picks is available in all 50 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. You got the flex plays for more flexibility, the power plays for more power and more payouts, and the stacks feature where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. So if you want to make a pick on your favorite player's points, rebounds, assists, you can pick all in the same lineup, all on Prize Picks. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Once again, use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think, man? What do you think? What do you think, man? Who's going to get the W? Who gets it done? Guys, get these likes up, man. Get us to 100 so we can wake up the neighbors. Let's wake up the freaking neighbors, man. All right, here's what I think, man. Here's what I think. I think that it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a characteristic Game 7 where a lot of shots are not falling early and these teams are struggling from three, and it's like a really ugly, sloppy game. But I believe that in the third quarter, the Detroit Pistons are going to turn on the engines. They're going to go on a little run where maybe it's led by Cade. Maybe there's a couple like, you know, big, strong and one finishes, something like that. And I think that they're going to go up by like 10 to 12. But here comes the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're going to surge back. Donovan Mitchell's going to hit a couple big shots. Maybe James Harden hits a big three. But ultimately, I believe that with the home crowd behind them, the Pistons will respond one more time. Cade will take them home. And I think the Pistons squeak one out in front of their home fans. And they advance and they secure a berth in the Eastern Conference Finals against the New York Knicks. I'm going to say the Pistons win it in a very sloppy game by a final score of 104 to 101. And the Pistons get a 3-point win. Again, I'm not rooting for either team. I'm just telling you what I think is going to happen. I actually think the Cavaliers should win this game, given their experience, given Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. But label me whatever you want. James Harden doesn't really show up in the bright moments in the Game 7s. And I think the young, hungry Pistons will somehow get it done. And yes, Tobias Harris will clinch his first conference finals appearance. I can't believe we might see Tobias in the conference finals. Oh, but shout out to my guy B-Ball Paul, man. Shout out to B-Ball Paul. The JB Bickerstaff Revenge Tour, baby. There's so many storylines in this one, man. What do you guys think is going to happen? Give me your predictions in the comments right now. I see a bunch of the comments lighting up. That means we got the channel members. Let's see. We got Ben in here. What's up, Ben? Busy B in the house. What's up, Busy? Ben says, Harden or Harris, who do we want? Coach Sterling says 104-92 Pistons, Cade with 32. Sal says Detroit in a blowout, Cade with 30. Dead Stu says 122-116 Pistons. Busy B, 112-107 Pistons, Cade with 31. Ben says Harden will fold like a cheap deck chair again when the lights are bright. AP says I'm going with the New Yorker Donovan Mitchell. Hey, don't forget New Yorker Tobias Harris, New York native. James Harden will finish with 15 points, 4 of 18 from the field, says Dead Stew. Let's see. What else we got? Riaz says, I hate the Cavs living in Cleveland. They're always trashing the 76ers. How many likes can we get tonight? That's a great question. We should get to 1,000, man. Pistons fourth quarter run. What channel is the game on? It's on Amazon Prime. Cavs are soft, RB, says Riaz. Riaz hates the Cavaliers, man. Riaz hates the Cavs. He's been saying it all season long, man. Riaz says Harden will totally choke. If he chokes, man, there was a report put out, I think it was by Brian Windhorst, who said the Cavs are automatically going to pay James Harden. Yeah, I don't think so. And even if they do, there is a chance that James Harden says, yeah, nah, I don't want to be here anymore. He kind of just like changes with the wind sometimes, you know? Hey, I woke up, nah, I don't want to be here. So we'll see. This could be Harden's last chance, man. Crazy enough. You guys are right. It is the former Sixers Game 7, man. It's the former Sixers Game 7. It's B-Ball Paul, Tobias Harris, and James Harden. If only the Sixers had kept them, right? RB Stradamus. Exactly, man. I just keep telling them what's going to happen, bro. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all. We got any more predictions, man? Should we drop the beat? Should we do that? We don't even have 50 likes yet, man. We don't even have 50. Hit the like button, man, so we can drop the beat. This is where heroes are made, man. Knicks got so much rest, it's going to be too easy. All right, speaking of the New York Knicks, man. Yeah, so nothing has changed from 6 days ago. I just, like I said, took a little mental break. But I still own a lot of real estate in New York right now because, you know, I tweeted something out today just responding to Josh Hart, who has talked about the Sixers 3 times now this week. And my opinion is that instead of doing interviews talking about Joel Embiid and the 76ers, I feel like Josh Hart should be in the lab watching film for the Eastern Conference Finals. And I tweeted that out this morning, and here come the New York Knicks fans flooding my comments. Little do they know, I'm not actually reading it because I don't care what they have to say because it is the truth. It is the truth. And look, man, if beating the 76ers was like some championship for them, congratulations. The Knicks deserved a win. They beat down the Sixers. Congratulations. But like I said last week at the end of that series, that's not the end of the road. There's still more games to win. And for Josh Hart to be running victory laps talking about, oh, well, Philly's not a sports town. Get out of here, Josh Hart. And I used to really like you, Josh Hart, at Villanova. But I don't like you anymore. And when you talk about sports towns, maybe you should go to one of your Commanders games for once because you're a Commanders fan, or just ask Josh Harris, funny enough, who owns the Commanders, about getting the arena ran through, and go to the Commanders Stadium. I forget what it's even called now. It's been named like 4 different things. And go there when the Philadelphia Eagles come to town and play. Josh Hart should go to the Commanders game when the Eagles come to town, or just ask Jalen Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns what it's like. And then you'll see what a sports town is like, man. So anyway, that's my take on the New York Knicks. Congratulations to them on their series win. Like I said last week, they earned it. They deserve it. I think they're going to beat whoever wins this game tonight. But the road is not over. You know what I mean? You still have to keep driving the car. And I think whoever wins the Spurs and Thunder series is going to win the finals. What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think, man? Who do you guys think is going to win the finals right now? What do you guys think, man? I think the beard will show up tonight, says Ben. Ben is banking on James Harden to show up. If the Knicks don't make it this year, they never will. I agree with that. I think this is, I mean, if they can't beat the Cavs or the Pistons, then forget it. King says Pistons will clap the Knicks. They built their team around them. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Knicks fans, but how many times did the Pistons beat the Knicks this year? Was it 3 out of 4? 4 out of 5? Let me know. I know the Pistons really played well against the New York Knicks this year. Riaz says, is the arena going to be in Chinatown or South Philly? I don't live in Philly. Are we talking about the new arena? Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know about the arena, man. They talked about 4 different locations. You know, they talked about near the Fashion District. They talked about near the waterfront, or just keeping it where it's at, adding some more stuff. I don't know, man. The Sixers arena thing was ridiculous. It was like a weird time period. And then they ended up just keeping it anyway. So I don't know what the Sixers are going to do, but if you didn't see my reaction to the Josh Harris press conference, go watch that back from a couple days ago. I've come to the realization, and it's funny because I know this deep down in my soul, and it's always there. And I try to look past it because I love the team and I love calling the games and getting hype. But like, until you have a better owner, man, or until your owner completely takes a back seat and delegates power, you're probably not going to win anything. And that's how I feel right now. I mean, Josh Harris is reading off a paper, bro. They're asking him his thoughts on the team. He's reading off a paper. Like, come on, man. Come on. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Spurs are winning. OKC wins. OKC, but hopefully the Spurs. Riaz says, agreed, Thunder or Spurs will be champ. AP is rocking with his New York Knicks to win the finals. What do you guys think, man? Busy B says, it took the Spurs 2 years to build around Wemby, and 12 years the Sixers cannot build around Embiid. Oh, my God. Busy B, you're trying to, like, bring me down, aren't you, bro? You're trying to bring me down, man. Julian Champagny victory tour, man. Julian Champagny victory tour. Starting lineup for the Cavaliers, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, Max Strus, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Coached by Kenny Atkinson. Detroit Pistons coming up next here. Sixers have broken my spirit. I jumped on the OKC bandwagon. Hey, shout out Jared McCain, man. And Drake dropped 3 albums. They're saying Jared's about to have a generational conference finals. You know Jared loves his Drake albums, man. And Sixer Nation, don't worry. We will, again, break down the rest of the offseason and talk about what the team needs to do. It's just tough. It's tough to talk about the Sixers right now when they're in a stuck position, but we will get there. Trust me. But we're going to stream the rest of the playoffs and have fun with it while we can. Let's see. Any others in here, man? OKC going back-to-back, says Roadrunner. RB, why are Knicks fans obsessed with you? Because I tell them the truth, and their own people don't. So, they got to come hear the truth, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Beard scoring 71 tonight? The Beard scoring 71? Are you crazy? No way James Harden drops 71. Shout out to Dead Stew in the chat. Shout out Busy Bee. Shout out to all the great channel members. Yeah, we got 130 people in here. Get us to 100 likes. I'm RB, Philly Take with RB, but we stream the entire NBA in the playoffs. The Pistons fans are absolutely rocking already. Game hasn't even started yet. Danish Jenkins. Quick fun story here. I actually watched Danish Jenkins at Summer League when I went a couple years ago. This was before anybody knew him. He was just starting out. I'm like, yo, this guy Danish Jenkins is pretty nice. Here he is in Game 7 of the second round. Asar Thompson, number 9 for the Pistons. There he is. There he is. Tobias Harris. Freaking Tobias. Yo, I don't want to hate you, Tobias, but I just have to, man. If you would have done what you're doing right now for the Sixers, man, we would be... It's just another what if for the Sixers, man. I mean, come on, Tobias. Now you want to drop 20 points a game? Come on, bro. There's Jalen Duren, and last but not least, Cade Cunningham. So that is your starting fives. Robert says you do not like the Beard, right? No, it's not that I don't like him. I just think that he doesn't show up in the big moments. And he's got one of those toxic fan bases that, stick to him like glue. And if you say anything bad about James Harden, they immediately swarm you. I guess that's kind of how it is with everything now on the internet. But I'm actually very thankful for what James Harden did for guys like Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. but he just was never good enough to get over the hump because he disappeared in big games like this. And I think when I look at James Harden, right, and I think about different athletes having like different priorities, James Harden strikes me personally as a guy, and I don't know this for a fact because I don't know him, but he strikes me as a guy that is satisfied with the money that he's made, the career he's had. He's one of the greats. I don't think he really cares that much about winning. That's my opinion, though. That's my opinion. So that's how I feel personally. I think James Harden obviously is a Hall of Famer, but he has not showed up when it matters most. RB is Reggie Miller to the Knicks. Exactly. And I'm cool with being the villain, man. I'm cool with it. I just tell the truth, and that's how I do it. Let's go, guys. Get us to 100 likes so we can piss off the neighbors. We got to wake them up. We got to get them angry, man. We got to get them angry. They've been sleeping too good this week, man. Thank you all for being here. Once again, just a quick reminder, I'm RB. We will be streaming the rest of the playoffs. Originally, I'd planned to stream like the entire playoffs, but then the Sixers made the run to the second round. So we had everything going on there. But starting tomorrow night, we got Spurs and Thunder coming up. And we'll see what happens with this Eastern Conference series as well. Watch Tobias put up a goose egg. Nah, he's gonna drop like 18 points, 20 points, just because he's not with the Sixers anymore. Anybody that leaves the Sixers just goes off in the playoffs. That's what happens. Let's see. Cavs are 7-2 in Game 7s. The Pistons are 6-5, but they're 5-0 at home. Detroit's been waiting on this one for a while, man. They have. They've been waiting on it for a while. Busy B says the Harden stands are hilarious. Do you think there's something fundamentally wrong with the Sixers when you see B-Ball Paul and Tobias ball out? Yes. Yes, I do. Absolutely. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Game 7, best 2 words in sports. I'm excited to not have a rooting interest here, and I am excited to just kick back and watch some hoops and have some fun, man. So welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Drop some fires in the chat, man. Drop some fires in the chat. Let's get it going. We'll get the box scores up here in a second. We will get the scoreboard up and everything. We'll get it going. We will get it going. Let's see. James Harden's got to be aggressive in this game, man. Here's Evan Mobley against Tobias. Mobley going to back him down. Kicks to Mitchell. Coming around a screen. Floats it up. And Mobley slams it down. That is how we begin. Cade guarded by Mitchell. He's going to kick it out. Here's Dennis Jenkins, a 3. Bada boom, bada bing. Dennis Jenkins gets it to go. And the Pistons respond just like that. Here's James Harden going to find Mobley. Mobley on the other side, a 3. That's no good. And the Pistons have it. Cade up the floor to Tobias. Tobias saves it under the baseline. Here's Cade back to Toby. Toby going to dribble, drive all the way, floats it up just a tad short. And James Harden comes away with it. Here come the Cleveland Cavs. Mitchell downhill. He dumps it to Allen, and Allen slams it over Duren. Duren out of position on the defensive end. Here are the Pistons. Game 7. Jenkins going to drive. Floats it up on the back rim. Can't get it to go. Mobley the board. Here come the Cavs rocking their white jerseys here on the road in Game 7. Pistons rocking the blue jerseys. Here's James Harden back to Mitchell. Mitchell on the wing. He's guarded by Tobias. Mitchell going to pull up. And he overshot it. Can't get it to go. Here comes Cade Cunningham. Just about 2 minutes in. He floats it up. Thompson with the reverse. Couldn't get it to go, though. Tried a reverse alley-oop. He tried to slam it down, and he hit it off the back rim. And here's Allen on the other end with the teardropper. And the Cavs lead it 6-3. Here's Dennis Jenkins. He's going to find Cade Cunningham, guarded by Max Strus now. He's at the top, coming around a screen. Here's Cade working on Harden. Cade, one-on-one. Now he turns his back. He's backing him down. Here comes the help. Cade puts it up, can't get it, and Mobley has it. Here come the Cavaliers. Mitchell up the floor against Cade. He's going to dribble, drive, scoops it up, airballed it. And actually, I'm sorry, it was an alley-oop, and Allen put it in and was fouled. And one. Jalen Duren all out of positioning. Allen gets the alley-oop, and he gets fouled by Duren. Yo, what is going on with Jalen Duren, man? This guy's head is all over the place. Free throw is short, so the three-point play no good. Here's Cade going to spin, work against Strus, crossover, kicks. Here's Thompson back to Cade. Cade going to find Tobias. Tobias through the legs, now back the other way. Tobias going to drive, spin, turn, put it up, and left it short. And here come the Detroit Pistons. Here's Donovan Mitchell against Dennis Jenkins. Crossover. Oh, nice spin, dribble, drive, goes up. Off balance, couldn't get it. Pistons have it. Here comes Dennis Jenkins up the floor. Jenkins. He's got Mobley. Duren sets and rolls. Here's Dennis Jenkins on the wing. One-on-one. He's going to step back over Jared Allen. Got it to go. What a shot. They're going to say his foot was on the line. So it's going to be a deep two for Dennis Jenkins. But he is on a roll here to begin this game. Evan Mobley at the top, guarded by Cade Cunningham. Dumps off to Harden. Harden's got Tobias. Who would have thought this matchup would be here a couple years later? Harden going to ISO now. Everybody spread out wide. Harden, one-on-one, dribbles, drives downhill. Kicks out to Mobley. In the corner for three. It's short. Thompson the rebound. Floats it up, and it's stolen away. But the Pistons get it back. And then they turn it over. It might have been tapped, though. It was. It's going to stay with Detroit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need to see some people in the chat. Drop some fires in the house.
He's on fire.
Let's go. Where's the chat at, man? I want to see you guys in the chat, man. What's up, everybody? What's up? Here's Dennis Jenkins coming around a screen. Going to dribble. Kick. Baseline. Thompson. Working against Mobley. Duren puts it up, and that one is short. Cavaliers have it. Harden going to bring it up this time. Pistons do look a little bit shaky. They look like, like a bunch of 20-year-olds that haven't been to the moment before. Harden beats Tobias off the dribble, dumps it to Allen inside, blocked from behind by Thompson. Here come the Pistons, 2-on-1. Tobias turns around, and he's fouled en route to the bucket. Tobias going to the line for two. How's everybody doing, man? Hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for being here in the chat. If you enjoy this coverage, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, man. Let's go. There you guys are, man. What's up, chat? What's up, chat? Tobias had 30 in the first round in Game 7. Pistons have certainly been battle-tested, that is for sure. Did they change that last ruling? Okay, so they did change that Dennis Jenkins shot to a 3. It was originally called a 2, but they just gave it as a 3, and Tobias goes 1 of 2 at the line, making it a 1-point game. So here are the Cavaliers. It is James Harden working against Cade Cunningham. Mobley trying to set screens. Cade is fighting through them. Harden continues to get the switch on Tobias, his former teammate. Harden one-on-one. He's going to step back over Tobias. Can't get it off the back iron. And the Cavs come away with the offensive rebound. Yo, Strus pulls up a 3. That one is short. Allen has it, a third opportunity. Mobley, Strus pops out for a trifecta, no good. The Cavs go 0 of 3 on their opportunities. For any Pistons fans in the chat, what's going on with Jalen Duren, man? Is he just exposed or what? Because he doesn't even look like he's trying right now. Tobias, a three is short. Thompson tried to get the ball away, but he knocked it out himself. And it's going to be Cleveland basketball. 6:34 to go in the first. We have a timeout. So far, going exactly how we thought. Very sloppy game. I'm trying to really figure out what the Jalen Duren thing is, because if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to think back to like 2 months ago. Weren't they talking about this guy for like all NBA? Like, I'm pretty sure in the second half of the season, Jalen Duren, did he make the All-Star game? I don't think he did, right? But after the All-Star break, he was like playing like out of his mind, especially when Cade had a collapsed lung for like 2.5, 3 weeks, right? Like Duren was just feasting every game. So what's going on with Jalen Duren, man? I mean, this whole series, he just has not looked focused mentally. Like even there, like there's been like 4 rebound opportunities where I don't even see him like going for the ball, or he's like all out of place. Plus, this is a guy that, you know, is in a pending free agency here. Like, you would think that he's going all out right now, but what do you guys think? Let me know. Let's see. Jalen Duren in the playoffs so far, averaging 10.5 points, 8.5 boards. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just getting exposed. Maybe he's a little limited. Let's go back to his regular season numbers. 19.5 points, 10.5 boards, 2 assists. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he needs to add a shot to his game. Maybe he needs to, you know, add more of a dynamic to make him a versatile threat. Honestly, it almost feels like last year when the Pacers let Miles Turner walk, like it feels like the Pistons might have to upgrade at that position if they don't think that Duren can be the guy. I mean, Turner was obviously older, but Jalen Duren is going to command some money. He is only 22, but it's going to be an interesting decision, man. AP says Donovan Mitchell should be taken over. Why is he stepping aside for James Harden? Because that's how James Harden plays, man. That is how James Harden plays, man. He is a very ISO-heavy, I don't want to say one-dimensional because he is a good facilitator, but with the system, like honestly, at least what has worked so far here is like they're just going pick and roll, alley-oop, pick and roll, alley-oop. Like that's really all that's working right now. But I agree. I think that Donovan Mitchell should be the guy to take over, take the reins, be like, yo, let me take you to the promised land real quick. But then again, it's like, what else can James Harden do? You know, he's just going to sit there and watch the play unfold. Game 7 Harden and Game 7 Harris. Sixers fans know how this goes. That is true. That is true. Riaz says Cleveland will choke the game away. Riaz does not like the Cavaliers, man. He does not like the Cavaliers. Ben says Duren has been trashed this series. He has. He definitely has. Duren needs consistent offense. We know he can play defense when motivated. Yeah. Maybe he's got to add more to his game, man. Shout out to everybody in the live chat, man. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Game 7. So far, it's a sloppy start. We'll see what happens. Thanks for the watch along. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Clint, what's up, Clint? He says, thanks for doing tonight's game, RB. I got you, man. We'll be here tomorrow as well for Spurs and Thunder. Here is James Harden now, guarded by Asar Thompson at the half court. In for the first time for the Cavs is Sam Merrill. Sniper. Here's Strus going to find Harden. In for the first time as well is Dean Wade. Harden going to work against Tobias. He's going to step back. ISO. Man in his face. He hits the 3, but it will not count. A shot clock violation for James Harden. And the Cavs are 0 of 6 from beyond to begin. So the Cavaliers can't get much going, but neither can the Pistons. Here are the Cavs. Karis LeVert in for the first time. Here's Jalen Duren working against Allen. Now he's going to back him down. Turn, hook shot, left it short. Cavs come away with it. Harden running the floor now. 3 on 5. Harden Going to kick it over to Dean Wade. He's open for a split second, and the three ball goes. First one, bingo for Cleveland. They finally get one to fall. They're now 1 of 7 on the night. Duren guarded by Allen here at the top. He's going to turn a little like half mini spin, floats it up and in. Kind of barreled over Jared Allen, but Jalen Duren is on the board. Here's James Harden again. Especially while Donovan Mitchell's off the floor, Harden has to attack. He's going to go up, flail, and he gets the foul. Is it on the floor or is it in shooting motion? There was one play, I think it was last game, where James Harden had like an egregious flop. People were talking about it online. That was something similar right there. As soon as you reach, he's going to teach. So Harden will continue to try to draw those fouls. Here's a little rub screen. Allen going to find Strus, backdoor cut. Wade goes up and slams it over Tobias Harris. So the Cavs are finding a little bit of movement right now. Cavs lead it by 4. Here is Karis LeVert, guarded by Dean Wade. He's going to find Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins against Wade. Through the leg, step back 3. Can't get it off the back iron, but Duren puts it back up and in. That is where the Pistons will need Jalen Duren on the glass. Here's Jared Allen. He's going to drive, spin, had it poked away. Duren up the floor. LeVert one-on-one and got it at the rim. And just like that, a quick mini run for the Pistons. Kenny Atkinson is pissed. Atkinson is screaming at the referee. He is irate. And the crowd is going wild. Game 7 all tied up at 13 here in quarter number 1. We got 170 people in the chat. Let's go. Get us to 100 likes so we can wake up the neighbors. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Jared Allen's got 6 points. Harden has 0. Mitchell has 0. They're going to have to find a way to get their guys to knock down. Only 1-3 for the Cavs. It was Dean Wade coming in off the bench. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons, man. A couple nice buckets there by Jalen Duren to kind of get them back in it on second chance opportunities. RB, I didn't know you were streaming. You got to turn noties on, my guy. Got to turn the noties on. I'm telling you guys. If you don't know what that is, man, go scroll down below. You should see a little bell icon, man. Hit that bell icon so you get the notifications when we go live. We will be live for the rest of the playoffs. I will be honest, man. I'm surprised that that they are doing this game on Amazon Prime. I did not think that a Game 7 would warrant a streaming service, but that is the new modern day NBA. So, but yeah, like I said at the beginning, guys, I believe this is going to be a very low scoring game. I think this is going to be one of those scrappy. It could even be like in the 90s, man. Could be like a 95-92 type of game. Are the Cavs and the Sixers rivals, RB? Nah, they're not. I don't even know who the Cavs rival is, to be honest. Who is their rival? I don't know. I would take LeVert for the Sixers. I always like Karis LeVert, man. He's a little inconsistent, but I do like Karis LeVert. Watching from the Philippines. Shout out to the Filipino viewers, man. Let's go. We got Dead Stew in the chat. Estelle, Ben Beardsley in the chat. Let's go, man. Let's go. We're almost to 100, man. We're almost there. Let's go. Like I said, we're going to be dropping a ton of content here in the next couple weeks. Off-season stuff, draft stuff, and we will be live for the playoffs. Chicago Bulls are the Cavs' rival? I guess so. I don't know. Pistons? Nah, I don't think the Pistons are. I don't even know if the Bulls are. I don't know who is, man. They did get punked by the Pacers last year. Someone said the Warriors. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could call that Cavs-Warriors thing a rivalry, right? Being in the finals 4 times in a row. All right, here we go. 4:30 to play in quarter number 1. Strus going to find Jared Allen. Allen at the high post. He's going to find Dean Wade. Wade going to kick to Allen. He hooks it over the top of his head. Here's Sam Merrill going to step back a 3, and he drills it. Yo, Sam Merrill has a really clean jump shot, man. He's got one of the cleanest three-point shots I've seen. Here's Cade Cunningham going to dump it off to Karis LeVert now. Guarded by Merrill. LeVert going to find Cade. Cade one-on-one's got to get going. Steps back over Wade and hits. Nice shot by Cade over Wade. Game number 7. I'm surprised the fans are even sitting right now. Allen floats one up one-handed way over the rim. Here come the Pistons. Thompson goes barreling into Sam Merrill. Looked like a running back running into a linebacker. Merrill's going to check to make sure he's got his tooth in. He just got smacked in the freaking mouth, man. Wow. Elbow extension from Thompson. I don't know. They might need to look at that, man. Let's see it again. Ooh, I don't know, man. He did extend the arm a little bit at the end. I don't think they would throw someone out of a game 7. Hopefully, Merrill's got his mouthpiece in because that did not look fun. That did not look fun, man. Ouch. Cavaliers lead it by 1. Here's James Harden. Yo, if this game was in Philly, man, all the fans would be standing the entire game. Like, this is, I don't know. I feel like these people are too relaxed right now. Harden takes it down the lane, up and in the alley. Cavs lead it by 3. Good bucket by James Harden. Here's Cade now on the other side. Cade going to find, who is that? Karis LeVert. Who'd they just bring in? Marcus Sasser? Yeah, they brought in Marcus Sasser and Duncan Robinson and Isaiah Stewart. Here's a 3 from Katie. Airballs it. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. They're not even going to play my guy B-Ball Paul after he had 17 off the bench last game. That's pretty crazy if you ask me. Has Isaiah Stewart even played a lot in this series? Maybe they're just doing it for rebounds. He's only played like around 11 minutes a game, 10 minutes. Hasn't done much. Had 8 points last game and 2 rebounds. Been in heavy foul trouble too. I don't know. I just feel like B-Ball Paul's been a spark in this series. But anyway, Dennis Schroeder's getting ready to check in soon. Mitchell's back in the game now. Allen hits the bench now. So it's Harden, Allen. I'm sorry, it's Harden, Mitchell. Here's Merrill, a 3, way short. Wade gets the board. Here's Mobley on the 3-point line, pops it up and in. What a shot by Evan Mobley. What a shot. Wow. Harden, Mitchell, Merrill, Mobley, and Wade. Here's Cunningham, drives, baseline, floats it up and in. For the Pistons, it is Cade, Duncan Robinson, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sasser, and Karis LeVert. Harden one-on-one. He's got Duncan Robinson. He's going to drive, step back, jumps into it, and draws the foul. Robinson literally put his arms behind his back, trying to signal to the referee, I am not going to foul him, and Harden draws it anyway. Wow. First one, no good for James Harden. Yeah, man, this is going to come down to, like I said, it's going to come down to like one run in the second half. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And the second one, good for James Harden. Here's Cade Cunningham. Cunningham takes a screen, rolls downhill, drives with the left hand, turns and kicks. Robinson thinking three, puts up a contested one, and he draws the foul on James Harden. So Duncan Robinson hits him with a taste of his own medicine, and Harden is pleading his case. Duncan Robinson's going to get 3 free throws down the other end. I think Harden's got a case to be pled, but honestly, they're not going to do it because they don't want to use their challenge yet. Harden kind of rested his hand on the elbow of Duncan Robinson, and Robinson did a good job of selling it. Pretty much what Harden did on the other side. Second one, no good. Duncan Robinson has had a very interesting career, man. Very interesting career. And the third one is good. So 2 of 3 at the stripe for Duncan Robinson. 3-point game. 1:45 to go here in the first. Mitchell driving downhill. He crosses over, kicks back. Schroeder, Mobley. Now Merrill in the corner for 3. And he drains it. That shot was ridiculous. Dude, Sam Merrill's 3-point shot is insane. Here's a 3 on the other side. Sasser trying to respond. He cannot. Cavs with a bit of a cushion. Schroeder to Mitchell. Mitchell, one-on-one against LeVert. He turns, spins, finds Mobley. Mobley dribble handoff. Here's Mitchell, a quick 3, and he drains it. Cavaliers up by 9. They are finding themselves right now in this game 7, and the Pistons better wake up. 1 minute to go here in quarter 1. Cade going to hesitate. He drives. He steps back, turns and kicks. Here's Sasser against Mitchell. Downhill, off his knee, almost lost it out of bounds. Kicks back LeVert. He spots up a 3. It's short. Mitchell up the floor. Here's Schroeder. 40 seconds to go. Merrill going to find Mitchell. Mitchell guarded at the top, coming around a screen. Mitchell, right hand, hezzy, step over, floats up, misses. 25 seconds left here in quarter 1. 3 seconds separating game and shot. Let's go, guys. Like the show. Get us to 100, man. We're almost there. Here's Sasser at the top. Cade going to set a screen now. Here's Sasser, one-on-one. He's going to step back over Dean Wade, and he drills it. 5 seconds to go. Mitchell up the floor. Past LeVert. Pulls up from the logo. Got it at the buzzer. Wow.
He's on fire.
Donovan Mitchell from no man's land to end quarter 1. He launched that one high into the sky, and it fell down right through the hole. That was almost a half-court shot by Donovan Mitchell. And he walked away, and he knew it. He looked right at the camera and said, I got it. Woo! What a shot by D. Mitch. Woo! Oh, boy. Now, that just got me fired up, man. That got me fired up. Speaking of getting me fired up, man, it is time for our favorite segment every game at the end of the first quarter. You know what time it is. NBA Scholars Trivia Question presented by our great partners at National University. If you want to get fired up the way Donovan Mitchell just did, you got to check out National University. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we do, man. We're here in the playoffs, so we're playing for bragging rights. I got a question. I'm going to say it first, then I'm going to drop it into the live chat. First person to get it right is going to get some bragging rights for tonight. And this is NBA trivia, man. So get on your game, get those keyboards ready. To get it right, you're going to hear this sound. All right, man. NBA Scholars Trivia presented by National University. Here it is. What is the most three-point field goals ever recorded in an NBA playoff game by an individual player? What is the most three-pointers ever recorded in an NBA playoff game by an individual player? And I'm looking for a number. I'm looking for a number, numeric. How many three-pointers? What is the most ever recorded in an NBA playoff game in NBA history? Looking for individual player, how many? I'll tell you who the player is, but how many? I'm going to give you guys about 20 more seconds if you want to get a guess in. Don't say a guess that somebody else said, because there's no chance of you winning. So get your guesses in quickly. And if you want to guess who the person is, just for the fun of it, feel free to put that in the chat. Actually didn't happen that long ago. So let me know, man. Let me know. Get a guess in the chat. If you haven't guessed yet, put a guess in the chat. Drop a number. Drop a guess. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Time is up. And we're going to type done in the chat. And we are going to read out the answer here at the first stoppage. Second quarter begins after a Donovan Mitchell buzzer beater from half court. Just about. Robinson drives the lane, floats it up and in, and the Pistons strike first after being down by 9 heading into the second quarter. Here's Sam Merrill getting guarded tightly by Robinson. He pokes it away. Robinson the steal. The dribble, the drive. He got it poked, and he was fouled. Fouled by Sam Merrill. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is, what is the most three-pointers ever recorded in an NBA playoff game by an individual player? Here's the actual player. It happened in 2021. And it was the ice-cold Damian Lillard. Stone-cold killer Damian Lillard. And the correct answer is 12 three-pointers. The first person to get it is Sal Hazari in the chat. Sal, congratulations. A lot of good guesses. A couple people said 11. Some said 13. It was 12 by Damian Lillard in 2021. Shout out to Dame Lillard. He has been a fun player to watch in his prime. Obviously, he was dealing with injury, but one of the best three-point shooters, I think, ever. Well, he did it as a member of the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Cade going to drive downhill, floats it up, gets it to go on the layup. Here's Donovan Mitchell down the other side. He scoops one up and answers in the same fashion as Cade. So they exchange buckets, and it is 33-26. Here's Asar Thompson on the other side. He floats it up short. And there's our guy, B-Ball Paul. Shout out B-Ball Paul in the game, man. These teams are going with the depth in this game, I guess. I mean, both teams are like 9-10 deep already. Here's Mobley going to pop a three. That one is off. Cavs get the offensive rebound. Mitchell steps into one. Can't get it to go. Here's Mobley on the third attempt against B-Ball Paul, and he's fouled. Aggression is going to be key in this game, man. Aggression is going to be key. Shout out to the channel members in the chat. We got Alan in here. Ben, Busy, Alex, what's up, man? Thank you all for being here, man. I really appreciate it. Did we hit 100 likes? We did hit 100. We finally hit 100. Let's go. Drop a yes, sir, in the chat. If you're new to the show, man, every time we get another 100 likes, we hit the air horn and we piss off my grumpy neighbors. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them up. Second one, no good at the line. 1 of 2. Here is Marcus Sasser going to find Cade Cunningham. Cade working against Mitchell. Here's Cade going to dribble downhill, pulls up mid-range. Can't get it. Cavs have it. 8-point game, which is what it's been just about all game so far. Mitchell going to drive downhill, dumps to Mobley, and Mobley with a ferocious flush in the paint. Cavs bullying the Pistons right now. Let's go. Get some fires in the chat, man. Get some yes-sirs going. Get some fires. Mitchell just bumped into B-ball Paul. Cavs are playing with some swagger right now. Allen with a $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, Allen. Let's go. Let's go, man. By the way, we are 2 subscribers away from 55K. Can we get to 55, man? Can we get to that 55? Let's go. Game 7, man. 2 best words in sports. We saw one a couple weeks ago, Sixers and Celtics. No rooting interest in this game, just having fun calling the game. I love calling games. I love having fun with all of you. I think we have the best community in the world, and I appreciate every single one of you. Here's Sasser going to find Duncan Robinson. He pops out, corner 3, no good. Reed trying to get the board. He does. B-ball Paul kicks it out. Sasser wide open for 3. Off again. And this time it is Donovan Mitchell on the foul. He grabs Asar Thompson. So another whistle. The reason I need everybody to show some love in the chat, man, is because number 1, you know, we haven't streamed a lot of Cavs and Pistons games, so we need to tell the algorithm to push this out to more people. And number 2, to just show some love to the community. B-ball Paul, crossover. B-ball Paul off the dribble, 1 foot. Paul Reed off the backboard, can't get it. Here come the Cavaliers, who are on fire right now, man. Donovan Mitchell around the screen. He's going to drive, and Mitchell was fouled. A lot of stoppage in this game so far, man. Very like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? This is what happens when I don't stream for a couple days. I'm like trying to think of the right word. Choppy, maybe? Guess that's the best word I can come up with. Like, it's a very choppy game so far, you know? Mitchell going to miss the first free throw. Who's been rocking with us all season, man? Who's been rocking with the community? What else do you guys want to see? What kind of content do you want to see in the off season? I talked about some of the ideas we have earlier, but let me know what y'all want to see. Are you going to watch Spurs and Thunder with us, man? Who's going to be tapped into that series with us? I'm looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. Second one for Donovan Mitchell coming up here, and he is going to knock down. So 37-26. Cade Cunningham is getting swarmed right now. Every time he touches the ball, here's Tobias Harris, who needs to step it up now. Tobias, 0 of 3. Paul Reed blocked at the rim. Pistons cannot generate any type of offense. Here's Dennis Schroeder working against Paul Reed now. He's at the wing. Schroeder going to find Jared Allen. Jared Allen inside against Tobias, and Tobias is going to hit him across the arm, and it's going to be foul number 1 on Tobias Harris. First one no good for Jared Allen. These teams cannot score right now, man. And the second one is good for Jared Allen. So 1 of 2 at the line. 8:30 to go here in quarter 2. Here's Cade Cunningham. He's going to find Tobias now, trying to get active. Tobias going to turn. He dumps it. Thompson in the paint, lays it up, and missed it again. Here's Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Tobias. Mitchell with the left hand. He's going to drive, floats it up, blocked from behind by Thompson. Mitchell went down and hit the hardwood pretty hard, but he's going to get up and shake it off. Yeah, man, this is like exactly what I was talking about in the pregame show. The Pistons just don't have any second scorers, man. Jalen Duren has been a non-factor. Tobias has been a non-factor. It's like, who else can be the guy, you know? Mitchell going to cross over, dump to Allen, kicks out to Harden back in the game now. And Harden gets whistled for the shot clock violation. Kenny Atkinson just jumped out of his chair like he was electrocuted. And he's going to probably sub somebody out now. Cavs got to pay attention. Here's Cade Cunningham, guarded by Max Strus at the top. He's going to come around the screen, pull it up. Cade for 3, no good. Harden the rebound, and Harden's going to draw a foul on Tobias. That's going to be number 2. I don't want to speak just yet because the game is not over, but Tobias Harris, a no-show in this game so far. Cavaliers are doing a good job defensively against Cade. Kind of showing a lot of pressure beyond the perimeter, not letting him get downhill. And nobody else on the Pistons can really beat him so far. Here's Schroeder, kicks it out. Merrill in the corner, and got it again, man. Timeout Pistons. JB Bickerstaff needs to figure something out because boy, oh boy. Woo. This boy Sam Merrill, man. 2nd round pick back in 2020. This dude is cold, man. 40% three-point shooter for his career, 42 this year. Averaged 12.8 points a game. Started in 38 games. That boy has a clean jump shot. 30 years old out of Utah State. He was an old guy when he was drafted. But, man, he is, I think he got a pretty decent contract before this season, too. Crazy, man. But yeah, man, Tobias Harris needs to step up. He's 0 of 3 with 1 point in 9 minutes. He's had a good postseason run, I'm not going to lie, but this is where they need him the most. Cavaliers are playing pretty well, man. I give them credit, too. They're playing with a lot of cohesion right now. A lot of cohesiveness. Yeah, man. Pistons just need they need another scorer, man. Sorry, I didn't say anything, but yeah, I just think the Pistons need another scorer, man. Pistons just don't have enough right now. Cavs are cooking though. Alan says, I remember your no-showing for Philadelphia, Tobias Ferris. The Wood says, Merrill has a damn burner. Yo, this dude's got a nice jump shot, man. He's got a clean jump shot. Just a perfect floor spacer around any player, man. Just a perfect player to just put around, you know, your facilitators and let him just space out and just let it fly, man. Sam Merrill can let it fly. All right, let's see if the Pistons have any answers right now. Here's Cade Cunningham. Corner three from LeVert, and he drills it. They needed that. They absolutely needed that. That was big. That was big. Now they're going to full court press, try to get some steals. Allen drives the lane, lost it, out of bounds, going to stay with Cleveland. No whistle. Yeah, the Pistons are going to need either Tobias or Duren to really step up here. Cade steals the pass. Nice defense by Cade Cunningham. Duncan Robinson pump fake, drives, lays it up. Did they call an offensive foul? I think they did. Dennis Schroeder just got elbowed, I think, in the eye or in the side of the face by Duncan Robinson. So they might review this, man. I didn't even see what happened, but let's see what happened here. So Robinson threw a hand backwards. I mean, it definitely... Yeah, he didn't have to do that. Duncan Robinson beat Schroeder off the dribble, got him with the pump fake, and then throws his left hand backwards and hits Schroeder right in the face. So, by the ruling, I mean, this should probably be a flagrant one. But we'll see if they call it here in a Game 7. This is definitely going to be reviewed. Dom Boyle in the chat. What's up, Dom? Shout out to you, my guy. What's up, man? Good to have you here. Thanks so much for being here. We got 170 in the chat. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. 7 minutes to play here in the second. Very, very choppy quarter so far. Schroeder's on the bench. Okay, I guess they called it a common foul. I guess they just left it at common. I'm surprised about that. Did they even review it? I don't know if they even looked at that, which is crazy. Here's Sam Merrill at the top. Dribble around a screen. Left hand off the hezzy. Pulls it up. Merrill gets it to go again. Sam Merrill, the hero so far. Absolutely cooking, man. Absolutely cooking, this dude is. Cade throws it away again. Cade Cunningham has nowhere to go. Cade Cunningham looks like he's in a different universe right now. He just doesn't know what to do with the ball. And Allen dumps in another easy one. The Cavs are running away with this right now. It's a 16-point game. Here's the pull-up from the baseline. LeVert fouled by James Harden. It's going to be a shooting foul. 2 coming up at the line for Karis LeVert. Chad, how are we feeling, man? Do we think the Pistons are cooked right now, or do they have any chance of kind of getting back in this? What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think? LeVert going to knock down the first at the line. It's a 15-point game. Let me ask you guys this in the chat. Which team do you think has a better chance of beating the New York Knicks? The Cavaliers or the Pistons? What do you guys think? Second one going to be good for LeVert. 2 of 2 at the line. 14-point game. So now Dennis Jenkins is back in, and he's on James Harden. Harden goes behind the back. Flailed. Are you kidding me, man? Come on. We got a foul every 2 seconds. That was a complete flop by James Harden. Complete flop by James Harden. Pistons fans are pissed right now. Dude, the flopping right now is unbelievable. The fact that people are like, you know, the fact that people are talking about certain individuals flopping, and yet we just saw James Harden act like he just got slapped in the face when he barely even got touched at all. Harden going to miss the second. 46-31 now, 15-point game. Here's Karis LeVert coming around a screen. LeVert against Allen at the top. Kicks off to Jenkins. Now back to LeVert. LeVert through the legs. Dribble. Off to Hezzy. Drives. Had it plucked away. Cavs have it. Here's Evan Mobley now. Mobley with Allen, Strus, Harden, and Merrill. Mobley coming around a dribble. And he got it poked away. Sasser down the other end. He drives. Kicks out to Jenkins. Jenkins corner three. It's short. Cavs have it, and here they come. Pistons only have 31 points right now. Cavs are at 46. Here's James Harden. Harden one-on-one. He's got Sasser. He steps back for three. He missed it short. The Cavs track it down. Duren nowhere to be found. Merrill misses a three. And Allen just got swiped on the rebound. LeVert's going to get whistled. He wants a review. But it looks like we have another foul coming up. So now it is going to be Jared Allen going to the line. Dom says Cavs have a slight advantage. A lot of people say Cavs. Who's the leader on the Cavs? Says Beer Batter Gummy Shark. Team motivation and on-court commander. I mean, I look at the leader as Donovan Mitchell. Just because he's been the guy there, you know? So far, the bigs are really dominating for Cleveland. The size, the rebounding. Like I said, Jalen Duren, man, he's had a couple moments in this series, but outside of that, he just hasn't looked like the guy. Bad time to go cold, man. Yes, sir. Allen going to miss the second one. 47-31, 16-point game. 5 to play here in the second. There's Cade Cunningham one-on-one against James Harden. Cross to his right. Dribbles, downhill, drives, goes up, and he was fouled. That is how Cade needs to try to pull the Pistons back in here. They need to generate some offense. He knows it's on his back. $10 super chat from AP, my guy. Thank you so much for the love. He says, Detroit fans thought they were going to cruise to the Eastern Conference Finals. No, there are steps to this. You have to wait your turn and pay your dues. Detroit, you lose tonight. You better get ready to hear it, like for RB. AP, appreciate the love, man. AP is putting his flag in the sand. He is saying, Detroit, y'all are not ready to be there yet. AP is saying, look, our New York Knicks have waited our time. Detroit has not. That's AP's opinion. You guys agree or disagree with his take? Cade going to knock down. So it is 47-33. Pair at the line, good for Cade. Do you guys agree with AP or do you disagree with him? I just think they don't have enough scoring. Simple as that. Merrill puts up a three. He got it and won. Was he fouled? He was. They did give it to him. Unbelievable.
He's on fire.
Sir. Whoever the new Sixers GM is, man, go get me a Sam Merrill. Go get me a Sam Merrill. This dude is hooping right now. The 4-point play is good. How many points does this dude have, man? He's got 15 points off the bench. He's the leading scorer in the game. Holy crap, man. I am sorry for sleeping on your game, Sam Merrill. Holy smokes, dude. Duren in the paint. Hooks one up and in against Allen. Needed it. Go get me a Sam Merrill, dude. Go get me a freaking Sam Merrill, bro. Here's James Harden. Harden guarded by Tobias. One-on-one. Harden dribbles downhill. Pushes off. Steps back. James Harden can't get the bounce. Duren's fighting Allen. Allen just dumped over freaking Duren into right near the basket post. And the fans are yelling at the referee. The fans are yelling at the ref. They're saying we want an egregious act after that play. Let's see it again. Looks like they're getting physical, fighting for the ball. I didn't see too much on that play, personally. I didn't think there was anything crazy there. Pistons fans obviously disagree. They are frustrated. So it's going to be a jump ball between Jared Allen and Jalen Duren. We got 3:54 to go here in the first half. Sam Merrill has 15 points and is absolutely cooking. Allen wins the jump off, but he knocks the ball out of bounds. So it's going to go back to Detroit. We got 190 people in the chat. Let's go, chat. We'll be here for the rest of the playoffs, man. Much love to everybody. Please do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to be a part of the family. Here's Cade Cunningham, guarded by James Harden, kicks it out. Sasser from deep, off the back iron. Tobias Harris, 1 point in 11 minutes. Allen going to turn, spin, the left hand, he puts it up, and he was fouled. Matter of fact, outside of Cade Cunningham, I mean, Tobias is their next highest paid player. So, I mean, he's got to step up. He needs to step up. Don Boyle says, where is B-Ball Paul? He's going to cook when he gets in. He got in for like 2 minutes, 4 minutes actually, and then they took him out. I don't understand why they're not giving Paul Reed a chance here. I don't understand why they're not giving Paul Reed a chance. I mean, he's been great in the last couple of games. And Jalen Duren isn't really doing much at all. Is it crazy to say that Paul Reed might be the better offensive center than Jalen Duren? Is that a crazy statement? So the free throws are good for, I think both were good. Sorry, I turned my head. Here's Cade, the fadeaway, short again. Tries to get it back. It's out of bounds. Going to stay with Detroit. Detroit finds themselves down 18 points. Now, they did do this against Orlando, right? Remember Game 7 in the first round? Obviously, Orlando missed like 20 straight shots, but Pistons have been in this territory before. Here's Jenkins, pulls up a mid-range, can't get it. They just look like they have nothing to add tonight. The Pistons look so lost right now on the offensive side. Mitchell weaves his way to the lane. Another easy bucket. He goes barreling into the cameraman. And a timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff. Mitchell's chirping the fans. Mitchell's chirping about 5 fans in the front row. Hey, man. Hey, man. I got a crazy take for y'all on the other side. Y'all ready to hear it? Y'all ready to hear it, man? Drop a fire in the chat if you want to hear it. Guys, be back in a quick 30 seconds. And I got a crazy take for you guys coming up on the other side.
Meet my dad. National University supports all his ends with flexible online courses. He can be a student and catch bad guys on the internet and teach me how to hit a curveball and serve his country. He's an ander. National University, supporting all your ands.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you ready for my crazy take of the night? Now, again, I'm just having fun here. It's the middle of May. Sixers are out of the playoffs. Here's my crazy take. Let me know if you agree or disagree. If the Cavaliers, let's just say they were either to lose this game or they lose the conference finals. Let's say they get like swept in the conference finals. And Donovan Mitchell says, I want out of Cleveland. I think the Sixers should get in on the conversation. I think the Sixers should get in on the convo, man. And I know it's crazy. I know people are probably in the comments right now. RB, are you serious, bro? We have undersized guards. I know Donovan Mitchell's an undersized guard, but he's just so good, man. Donovan Mitchell is a bad boy. And I'm somebody who, before I was even covering this team or doing sports coverage and YouTube, like I was campaigning for Ben Simmons over Donovan Mitchell. And at the time, yeah, it was great. But man, Donovan Mitchell is a stud. I don't know how they could get him. I don't know how it could happen. But imagine Donovan Mitchell running the point. Maxey running the 2. More natural position. VJ Edgecombe. I know there's not a lot of size there, but Mitchell is a hooper, man. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, RB's crazy take of the night. Agree or disagree? If Donovan Mitchell demanded a trade from the Cavs, should the Sixers go after Donovan Mitchell? Only if Paul George is part of the deal. I don't know why the Cavs would want PG. I don't think they would want PG. Not happening. You don't have enough cap space. See, you guys are thinking too much into this, man. I'm not thinking about a specific trade package. I was just thinking out loud, man. Donovan Mitchell, I like his game. I'm saying the Sixers should at least pick up the phone if he demands a trade. That's all I'm saying. Cade with a nice roll to the rim and lays it up and in. 55-37. Here's Donovan Mitchell working against Cade. Mitchell floats it up, and he missed everything. Or actually bounced out of the rim. Here's Duncan Robinson, sidestep for 3. Cha-ching! Couple back-to-back big buckets for Detroit, and all of a sudden, it is a 15-point game. Harden working against Tobias. One-on-one again. ISO. To the right side. Harden drives, kicks it out to Mobley. Mobley trying to turn the corner against Thompson. Bullies him out of the way and lays it up and in. No, I wouldn't trade Maxey to get Mitchell. Here's Tobias downhill. He's going to drive in traffic. Missed everything. And we have a foul at the end of it. Tobias is yelling at the referee. Dom says, get rid of PG, get a real power forward to play next to Joel. I agree. If you're keeping Joel, yeah. LeBron might join the Cavs next season. That would be crazy, man. That would be wild. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I could see LeBron doing that again, but if he did, that'd be nuts. Harden going to knock down the first, 58-40. Feels like there's been like 20 fouls in this quarter alone, personally. It's crazy, though. The Cavs' real contributions tonight coming from Sam Merrill. What a stud off the bench, man. This guy is cooking right now. Second one going to be good. 2 of 2 at the stripe. One-sided affair, 59-40. if the Pistons don't wake up now, I mean, they're not going to have a chance here. There's Cade at the top, crossover, drive, spin, half the other way. Now Harris in the corner at 3. Tobias clunks it again. Gets his own rebound, drives again, goes up, and he's fouled. So Tobias Harris will go back to the stripe. He is 0 of 5 from the field. So Tobias is going to have a couple more free throws, try to put some points on the board. Tobias going to knock down a pair, so now he's up to 3 points on the night. Still no field goals. 1:15 to go here in the second. Mobley going to hand it off to Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell working against Tobias, one-on-one. They're really targeting him on defense. They drive right by him. Allen under the rim goes up, fouled by Duren and 1. Yo, I don't think I've ever seen a team get bullied like this in a Game 7 by one freaking play. They are running the same play every time. It's a simple pick and roll. First, they get the switch on Tobias. Then they go downhill. Tobias is getting destroyed on defense. Holy smokes, man. He is getting smoked on defense. Jeez. Cade Cunningham floats up the midi, gets it to go.
Let's go.
Here's Donovan Mitchell again, trying to weave his way through 2 defenders. Dumps and kicks it out to Mobley. Wide open, drives downhill against Tobias, goes up, got it, and 1! Tobias Harris fouls him. Evan Mobley again. Yes, sir. Well, looks like the RB reverse jinxology effect never fails. Looks like it's working again because I picked the Detroit Pistons and they are getting smacked right now. Holy smokes. Free throw is going to be missed, but it is a 20-point ball game. 23 seconds to play here in the second. 20 points. The gap, I think this is the most it's been. Pistons look lost. Here's Cade Cunningham, one-on-one, trying to ISO himself. He's going to drive and kick a wide open 3 from Thompson. They let him shoot it. He hits it. Looked like they were daring him right there. 4 seconds to go. Up the floor. Allen all the way. Just missed it off the roll. And that is going to take us to halftime. You got Jared Allen now chirping at the fans. But ladies and gentlemen, that will take us to halftime here on the NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show. It is Game 7. Hasn't really felt like a Game 7. It's been a one-sided affair. The score, 64-47 at the half. Chat, you know what we're going to do, man. We'll turn it over to the chat. What is one word or one sentence or one phrase to describe this game so far? How would you describe this game so far? 200 plus in the house. Thank you all for being here, man. We will be streaming the rest of the playoffs along with a ton of other content coming up. So how do we feel about this game so far, man? I'm going to tell you my couple main thoughts on it. We have a $5 super chat from AP. Says Detroit is going home. RB, if the Sixers want Mitch, VJ's going in the deal. You can't give Cleveland your junk for their ace. Who would you give up? Once again, it was just a hypothetical, man. I wasn't thinking about a specific deal. I was just saying I like Donovan Mitchell as a player, and I would try to pair him with whoever on the Sixers just because I think he's that good of a player. But, yeah, no, I'm not giving up VJ Edgecombe for anything. Not giving up VJ for anything. He's untouchable right now. One word in the chat, man. One phrase, one thought. How do you guys feel, man? How do you guys feel about this game? Do you think the Pistons have any chance? What % chance would you give the Detroit Pistons to come back and win this game? What percentage chance, 1 to 100, would you give the Pistons to win this basketball game? Give me your thoughts in the chat. I'm going to give you my percentage chance. I'm going to let you know what I think will happen and why I think the game has been one-sided so far. Before I do that, though, got to give another shout-out to our great partners of the Game Day Live Show all season long over at National University. Ladies and gentlemen, check out National University, whether you're working a job or you're in your in-between period or you are just trying to level up, get more education, get that next promotion, whatever it is, man. National University offers flexible online schooling programs for people juggling multiple responsibilities. They have 4, 8, and 12-week courses, online classes that are designed to make pursuing your education achievable. They offer some of the most comprehensive degree program options in the U.S. for working and non-traditional students, with a majority of their student base ranging between 33 and 39. They have over 150 degree programs and certificates that they offer. Areas of study like education, business, marketing, healthcare, psychology, social sciences, engineering, tech, criminal justice, and many more. They're a veteran-founded university that awarded nearly $55 million in scholarships last academic year. They have customized education plans for you that include adaptive instruction, holistic student support, and competency-based credentialing. They empower learners to balance work, family, and school. And once again, they give you all the resources you need to succeed in your academic journey. So shout out to National University, man. Check out all their program offerings, their flexible online curriculum offerings, and their newest scholarship offerings by clicking that link down in the description or the live chat. And check out National University today, a proud partner of Philly Take with RB for the last 2 seasons. Thank you to them. Now, speaking of getting schooled, one word or one phrase in the chat: domination, excellence, smacked in the mouth. I know that's more than one word, but simply put, man, the Cavaliers have come to play tonight and the Pistons have not. Why is that? Well, I think there's a couple reasons. Number one, the experience factor that I talked about in the pregame show. I think the Cavs have just been a little more battle tested. I know the Pistons went 7 games in the first round. There's no way that should have happened. Pistons are just young. They don't have enough experience. They also don't have enough scoring. And I know this is going to sound a little biased coming from a Sixers fan, but this is the Tobias Harris that I have known and have witnessed firsthand and have experienced. I'm not hating on the guy. He's had a good playoff run, maybe his best so far, but in the big moments, Tobias Harris, in 15 minutes in this game, is 0 of 5 with 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 fouls. That is not going to cut it as your second highest paid player. Jalen Duren, for whatever reason, whether he's just not good enough, whether he is just getting exposed, whatever we saw a couple months ago from Jalen Duren is not the Jalen Duren we're seeing right now. This guy looks lost on defense. He's not grabbing a ton of rebounds. He's picking up easy fouls. Like, I watched the Cavaliers run pretty much the same action the entire first half. Quick screen up top, get the switch on to Tobias. Ball handler blows by Tobias. They draw in Jalen Duren. They alley-oop it, and Duren turns and he fouls the guy. That's what's happening every time. Or he just lets him go in for a free dunk. And the Pistons have no answer for anything. The defense is one thing, right? But I put the main blame on the offense. I think the Cavaliers are doing a great job against Cade Cunningham. They're showing him instant ball pressure beyond the perimeter. Cade is trying to get downhill. He only has 2 free throw attempts. Why? He's got 12 points. They're letting him live in like that deep 2 area. They're not letting him get to the rim. So I give the Cavaliers a lot of credit defensively. I think Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and these guys are playing their butts off defensively. But offensively, they just have more weapons. And shout out to Sam Merrill. Said it in the second quarter. I tweeted it. The Sixers, I would love to have a guy like Sam Merrill. Like, this dude has been cooking in the playoffs, but tonight, this is like the coming out party. If you don't know who Sam Merrill is yet, 15 points off the bench in 13 minutes. Like, that can completely swing a game just by itself. He's got one of the cleanest jumpers I've ever seen in my life. They're getting him great looks off the ball, and he's knocking down. That's the difference. The Pistons bench is kind of saving them to give them any chance in this game. Duncan Robinson, 7 points. LeVert, 7. But if nobody else on the Pistons steps up and hits a dang shot, I mean, this one is over. So to my question about what percentage chance do I give the Pistons in coming back in this game? Well, I mean, the Cavs are just going to have to forget how to play basketball. That's what I see right now in this game. Cavaliers are going to have to forget how to play. So I would give them like a 6% chance to come back in this game. That's how I feel right now. That's what I'm seeing on the floor, man. Now, again, it's not like James Harden's doing anything crazy. I mean, he's finding his guys. He's flopping a lot. He's got more free throw attempts than field goal attempts. But Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and most importantly, Sam Merrill have just been cooking. And the Pistons are all out of sorts. That's what I see right now. It's not even like Mitchell's playing that well. But the bigs are doing a great job on the interior. They're commanding the paint. 42% from 3 for the Cavaliers in this game. 52 from the field. You're just not going to win when they're getting easy looks and capitalizing like that. 18 assists on 22 made shots. Tells me all I need to know. 22-20 on the glass. 16 fouls for the Pistons. 25 fouls total in that first half. We're on pace for a 50 foul game. Way too many, if you ask me. A lot of flopping in that first half. But what I will say for the Pistons is the Pistons have been in this territory before. They have been with their backs against the wall, and, you know, they've played in a tough Game 7, and you saw what happened last time. So it's not over yet, but they're going to have to wake up here, man, because they just have no answers. Absolutely no answers at all. Let's go. What percentage chance do you guys give the Pistons to get back in it? One word in the chat: bench, crumble, inefficient, Sam Merrill, Harden, crockpot, snooze fest, liability, derisory. Yeah, I don't even think James Harden's really done that much in this game, but he hasn't had to. He hasn't had to. $5 super chat from AP. He says, Cavs fans, if you win tonight, Pistons fans will flood your chats. You're going to be in their heads all summer, all year. Now they can leave us alone. AP sounds like he's tired of the Pistons fans. Almost in a way, the same way the Knicks fans are in my chats. You know what I mean? Shout out my guy AP, though, man. Shout out AP. But, yeah, man, it's just how it usually goes. It's how it usually goes. It's all good, though. It's all good. AP, I appreciate you, man. Much love, bro. Shout out to all the members in here. Let's see. What else? Pistons need Kevin Huerter on the floor. Paul Reed only got 4 minutes. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand why they're not playing B-ball Paul a little bit more. It's been really good the last couple games. They need to get Duran out of there, man. Riaz says they think Merrill is God in Cleveland. Tonight he's playing well. Riaz does not like the Cavaliers, man. He does not want to see them win. This game is a test on Cade Cunningham's fortitude. Is he the guy or is he unreliable? Toby 2.0. I mean, he's going to get a lot of heat if they lose, but what else can Cade do, man? What else can he actually do when nobody else is stepping up? JJ Raid in the chat. Let's go. My guy play-by-play with JJ in the chat. Let's go, man. Shout out to my guy, play-by-play with JJ. He says, please get RB to 55K. Guys, we're 1 away. Hit the damn subscribe button, man. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to everybody coming on over from that chat. Thank you for being here, and thanks for the support. If you guys haven't checked out play-by-play with JJ, definitely check him out. I don't know why you haven't yet, but he's an MVP, man. Shout out to my dude. One of the realest out here doing it. One of the realest out here doing it. Listen, man. We will be streaming the rest of the playoffs. We'll be streaming tomorrow as well. If you guys are bored with this game, don't worry. Tomorrow night we got Spurs and Thunder. We got more content coming up this week and a whole bunch to get to. Make sure you follow us and hit that noti bell, man. Follow us everywhere, too. We got the link tree coming in the chat. Mods, shout out to y'all. Let's keep it going. What do you guys think, man? Will the Detroit Pistons fade off here in the third, or will they come back and make it a game? If they come back to win this game, James Harden and Donovan Mitchell will never, ever, ever, ever let it down. Never. Never. It will never let it down. Never. Dom says, how about the Phillies? Yeah, shout out to the Phils, man. They're on a hot run right now. Play-by-play with JJ streams every Phillies game. Check them out, man. My bad, I forgot to like. Hit that thumbs up, man. We got 55K. Let's go! Woo! Wake them up, baby. Yes, he's on fire. Drop a 55 in the chat. Shout out to the realest community, man. 55 of them things, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Drop a 55 in the chat, bro. If you were the 55,000th or 55,001 subscriber, shout out to you, man. Let's go. We are getting to that 100, man. We will get there. We are getting there. Eventually. We will get there. Riaz says it would absolutely not shock me if the Cavs choke the game. That's their history. Second round exit or worse the past 3 years if it's close. Detroit wins. Riaz is hating on the Cavaliers, man. He does not want to see them win. What's going on? How are you? What's up, man? Welcome in. Thanks for being here, man. Let's go. You'd have a better chance at seeing a pink unicorn run through the studio versus the Pistons coming back. Wow. Wow. They're not giving any hope to the Detroit Pistons. None of it. They're saying none of it, man. No hope at all. Sheesh. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Guys, hit the thumbs up button, man. Get us to 200. Thanks for being here. Sunday night, Cavs and Pistons. Let's see if the Pistons can make this a game at all. Let's see if they can make this a game at all, man. Never say never. Pistons fans need to get a little hype in the stadium, though. They need to get a little hype because right now, man, it's very quiet. Very quiet in that arena. Sometimes if you just go on a little run, man, it could give you some confidence, though. All right, here we go. Detroit Pistons. Let's see. They're starting with Duren. Cade going to pop a three. That one is off. So the Cavaliers lead it by 17 points. Mitchell's going to float one up off the window, and he gets it to go. And just like that, the Cavs continue to tack on. Nobody's even in the stands right now. I guess they all went to the concession. I mean, are we serious, guys? Mitchell steals it away. He's driving up the floor on a breakaway. Goes all the way, and he's fouled by Thompson. Thompson saved him from going into the crowd. But just like that, back-to-back possessions, the Cavaliers pick up right where they left off. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm crazy, but in Philly, man, if it was Game 7, nobody is leaving their seats, bro. The entire crowd is like empty. Like people are getting hot dogs and beers. Like, bro, this is Game 7 and your team's getting whooped. They need some energy, man. Mitchell going to knock down the first at the line. Rhea says it's the most delusional fan base I've ever seen and I live here. Rhea says Cavs fans are the most delusional fan base ever. I don't know. I have a couple arguments for you there. One of them has been in my comments for weeks straight now, and I own real estate in their heads. It rhymes with tricks. Here's Dennis Jenkins after two made by Mitchell. Here's Cade Cunningham going to find Jalen Duren. Duren at the top. He's going to drive downhill against Dallin. Kicks out to Thompson. Now Cade. Nice couple actions by Detroit. Thompson goes up, misses it, taps in his own layup, and the Pistons finally get one on the board. Strus into Mobley, and we have another foul. So, it is right where we left off at the end of the second so far. AP, $2 Super Chat. Thank you, my man. He says, RB, quiz for you. What is the stand for BAP? Here's an alley-oop to Jared Allen. Misses it. Strus puts it back. Yo, is Jalen Duren, like, I'm sorry, man. It's starting to look to me like Jalen Duren is either hurt or does not want to play. This dude is not even going for rebounds, man. He just got out-rebounded by Max Strus, and then he throws it away. Yo, Jalen Duren is losing a lot of money right now. Here's Jared Allen in the paint. He's going to turn and spin. Allen floats it up and gets it again. Oh, boy. Detroit is in a world of trouble. Cleveland is going nuts. 23-point lead, the highest it has been. Dude, is Jalen Duren okay? But, okay, $2 Super Chat. What is the stand for BAP? Are you saying what does that stand for? Is that what your question is? I don't know. I don't know what that stands for. Let me know. I'm just very confused, man, because Jalen Duren, right? Has he had any injuries this year? How many games has he played? Jalen Duren played 20. They played 70 games this year. Did he have any like major injuries? I'm just so confused. Like, this is a contract moment for Jalen Duren. And he's on a rookie contract last season. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't understand it. Is he injured? Oh, okay. I get it now, AP. The blank blank Pistons. I hear you, man. So that's your own acronym that you made up. I hear you. So AP doesn't like the Pistons. Riaz doesn't like the Cavaliers. Also, I will say this, guys. There was a short that I put out back on April 5th, so about a month and a half ago, and I was talking about Tobias Harris and the moment that he had in early April against the Sixers where, you know, he got a tough bucket and he went and he started flexing to the crowd and he said, "Get ready for the bleeping play-in." And I responded to that, and Pistons fans started to flood the comments. And in that reel, I wasn't being disrespectful to Tobias. All I said was, you are a guy that has not showed up in big moments, and you were flexing on the Sixers, who I believe were playing without a couple of their players that night. And it just gave off a very, like, I'm going to flex, you know, on a team that's not even like full health. Like, I'm just going to try to like, I'm, you know, putting my efforts into the wrong business, you know, like, why do you care, Tobias? Because they booed you a couple times. But anyway, I said in that reel that Pistons fans were going to be very surprised when they get to a big moment in the playoffs and Tobias disappears. Now, he did have a great game 7 in round 1, had 30 points against the Magic. But here he is tonight, and he is doing exactly what I expected in a big-time moment. He's got 3 points, and he's 0 of 5 from the field. So for all those Pistons fans that said I was crazy, and they said that Tobias is the ultimate veteran and locker room leader and all this stuff, well, see if he can actually score some points. Here's Jalen Duren, going to kick it out to Dennis Jenkins. He drives, floater from the mid-range. Got it. Needed that one. Needed that one. James Harden coming around the screen. He's going to drive downhill. Harden turns, kicks it back. Takes it back himself against Duren. He's got a one-on-one. Harden going to drive the lane. Dumps to Allen. Tobias poked it away. 3-on-2. Here comes Tobias all the way. And it was poked away. They called it a foul on Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell wants his coach to review it. So Mitchell is going to challenge it. Thompson's trying to get the ball away from Mitchell. Let's see this again. Oh, that's all ball. That is all ball, man. That is all ball, man. The fact that Tobias was going to lay that up too instead of dunking it. Mitchell kind of smacked Thompson out of his way. Wait, they didn't challenge that? Yo! Oh my gosh, man. They just blew an opportunity to challenge that. Wow. That was easily an all ball right there. There's no way that was a foul. And you just let Donovan Mitchell get his 3rd foul. That's a bad decision by Kenny Atkinson. That is a bad decision. I'm sorry, man. You got to get that possession back. And you got to keep the foul away from your guy. That's a bad decision right there. But nonetheless, Tobias knocks him down. Here's Harden downhill, drives, dumps, and it was almost stolen by Detroit, but it's going to stay with Cleveland. Tobias the friendly ghost. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Disappearing, man. And honestly, like I was saying in the pregame show, guys, if I'm Detroit, man, it's not just like you got to add one more player. Like, they have some major work to do with this roster. They were a fun story this season, but it's not like they're just one piece away. You got to get a better second scorer. You got to get a better center, more depth. Like, you need more. Harden a 3. That one's off. Pistons get it back. Here's Tobias Harris. Tobias guarded by Mobley. Tobias gets the switch on to Strus. Here's Cade. Tobias has a one-on-one matchup with Max Strus, and he won't go inside. Here's a three from Cade. That's off the mark. Duren hits Allen. That's going to be a foul on Jalen Duren. That's going to be number 3. Wow, man. Yeah, I'm starting to think the Pistons just aren't that good. I know they played with a lot of like defensive swagger and stuff, but yeah, man, this is like this is crazy, bro. Harden going to drive the lane, kick it out to Mitchell. Mitchell, the pump fake, finds Harden. Harden swings it out to the corner. Mobley goes baseline. He gets stuffed. Was that another foul? Who's that on? Is that going to be on Thompson or Duren? I think Duren just picked up another foul. It's going to be number 4. Wow, man. Wow. All right, so I'm going to say this once more tonight. Yeah, Jalen Duren is for one, he just lost himself a lot of money. But number 2, yeah, he's just not a smart player. How do you pick up 2 fouls like that back to back? And you're not even going to play Paul Reed, who's been your best center? Crazy, man. Crazy. Wow. Here's Dennis Jenkins going to cross over, working against Mitchell. Now Strus drives into the paint, kicks out to Thompson. They're leaving him wide open for 3. He airballed it. Oh, my gosh.
This guy stinks.
Yo. They just dared him to shoot a 3 in a Game 7. Left him wide open. He airballed it. No way. Mitchell from the corner for 3. Can't get it. Pistons have it. Oh, my gosh, man. Here's Tobias Harris. Tobias going to drive against Mitchell. Steps back. Nowhere to go. Stewart to Cade. Cade into the paint. Dumps to Stewart. And we have a foul. Not playing Paul Reed is an insane decision right now. Tobias going to hit the bench. I'm sorry, man. Justice for B-Ball Paul, man. Shout out to my guy B-Ball Paul. Out the mud. Drop it in the chat. Cade pops a 3. That one's off. How does JB Bickerstaff not play Paul Reed with the way that he's played in this series, man? That is insane to me. Here's James Harden one-on-one. Harden against Robinson. Now they bring 2. They trap him. Merrill's back in the game. He lost it out of bounds. Going to be Detroit basketball. That's crazy, man. Here's Dennis Jenkins. Drives on the baseline. Dumps it to Stewart. Stewart inside. Goes up. Fouled and 1.
This guy.
Wrong one. Wrong one. Yes, sir. Good bucket by Stewart. James Harden literally sat there and watched that. And Stewart is going to knock down the 3rd, so it is a 18-point game. There's been a lot of fouls in this game, man. We're not even halfway through the 3rd quarter yet.
Let's go.
Here's James Harden one-on-one. He's going to drive downhill, kicks out the Wade, up top to Strus. Strus for 3. It's short. Harden goes diving into the stands, and I think They're going to say it was out on Detroit. Chad, how are we feeling, man? Let's go. If you're still rocking with your boy, man, drop an emoji, drop something in the chat. Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. 6:44 to go here in the third. They actually called it a foul, so Harden's going to go back to the line because everybody's in the damn bonus right now. $5 super chat from AP, my guy. Thank you so much. Shout out AP. RB, you are the messenger. You tell them to stop worrying about the New York Knicks and what we're doing. Stop trying to create a rivalry that does not exist. Listen, bro, I have no stake in that game, man. I have no skin in the game. I'm here calling this game. You New Yorkers, I know you guys love me because I tell you the truth and your own people don't, but you fight your battles, bro. I'm out here just enjoying the game. Yeah, I mean, you definitely have the room to talk your talk right now, you know? Pistons are getting smacked down right now. Did they just pick up another foul? All right, so the Pistons are the dumbest team I've ever seen. The Pistons have no IQ. Stewart I didn't even see that. He just shoved Jared Allen to the ground on a free throw. So the Pistons are the dumbest team in the league. Like, what are you They get a rebound again. Allen under the rim goes up. Another foul. Guys, you cannot make this up. You cannot make this up, bro. Isaiah Stewart. Bro, you can't make this up. They just got 3 fouls in the span of 2 seconds. You had the James Harden foul, and then Jared Allen got pushed by Isaiah Stewart for no reason. And then after that, he fouls him again, and now Isaiah Stewart just got benched. Here comes B-Ball Paul. It took all that to get Paul Reed in the game. And Isaiah Stewart's chirping at his own coach. Oh my gosh, dude. How is this team the number 1 seed? LeVert drills a 3 on the other end. How is this team a number 1 seed, man? Allen blows by Paul Reed and slams it down. Yo. They got 2 minutes to get themselves out of this, man. Otherwise, this game's over. Here's Cade. Throws it to nobody. He threw it to the Cavs. Oh my gosh, man. Harden down low. Allen goes up, fouled again. What's the most times a single player has been fouled in 1 quarter in NBA history? That'd be a really good trivia question. I don't even think I can look that up. What's the most amount of times a player has been fouled by a team in 1 quarter? That's wild, man. Anyway, 220 people in here, man. Welcome into the show. I am RB. Thank you for being here as we continue to witness what has been an unbelievable Game 7. Just some mind-numbing decisions that I'm watching. And maybe I'm like analyzing it more now because it's not the Sixers and I'm kind of like stepped away from this game, but like I'm just so confused, man. Is anybody else like how do you guys feel, man? Am I tripping right now? Like what do you guys think? I feel like I'm watching like you know what it feels like, man? It feels like a March Madness game when like one team is completely collapsing at the end of a game and like they're just doing everything wrong because they're, 20-year-old kids and they just don't know any better. That's what it feels like I'm watching right now. That's how I feel watching this game. It took all that to get Paul Reed in the game. It took Isaiah Stewart shoving a guy for no reason on a rebound or on a free throw attempt and then fouling him again. Shout out to Tobias Harris, man. 0 field goals made in a game 7. Trust me, we've been there. Yeah, man. Definitely don't miss this Tobias on my basketball team. Definitely don't miss this Tobias. Where's our boy in the chat, man? Our boy Vincent. Vincent, you in here, bro? Maybe I'll summon Vincent into the chat. He usually tunes in. Our boy Vincent is a Tobias stan. He leads the crew of like, Tobias was never the problem, and he's just such a great player. I wonder how Vincent feels right now. Alan says, Pistons, my bad. I thought it'd be more cardiac as long as Tobias goes to Cancun, baby. Don't know how many I would say it was involving Shaq. Probably Shaq or Wilt. Be a good thing to look up, though. Yeah, Tobias Harris over me? Crazy, man. Shout out Crumble Cookie, man. Shout out Crumble. Once again, guys, thank you so much for being here. Hit the like button. Get us to 200. Keep pushing us through that algo, man. We will be here tomorrow night for Spurs and Thunder Game 1. We'll be streaming that entire series. And we will continue to drop content. Maybe even do some of the Eastern Conference Finals as well. Pistons look absolutely dumbfounded on the bench. Second free throw is no good. Nice rebound by Karis LeVert. So it is Cade Cunningham, Marcus Sasser, Duncan Robinson, Karis LeVert, and Paul Reed. I'm sure Pistons fans never thought that 5 would be in a crucial moment in a playoff game, but Duncan Robinson is going to step back and knock down the trifecta. So he brings it to a 17-point game. Meanwhile, on the other end, Donovan Mitchell getting a rest. It's James Harden, Jared Allen, Dean Wade, Sam Merrill, and Max Strus. Allen flies to the rim, and Paul Reed was nowhere to be found. The Cavaliers continue to run that pick and roll, which for some reason is just befuddling the Detroit Pistons. Here's Cade, guarded by Sam Merrill. He's going to drive to the lane, floats it up, misses it. Reed gets the offensive rebound. Paul Reed under the rim, goes up, left hand, got it. Nice bucket by Paul Reed. Here's James Harden coming down the other way now, guarded by Karis LeVert. They're going to set a screen. Allen's going to roll. They double team Harden. They trap him. He gets away from it. Strus to Wade, wide open. In the paint, kicks it back. Harden wide open, catch and shoot 3. Misses it. Wow, what a bad miss by Harden. And then Sasser's going to get whistled for a foul against Sam Merrill. So it's going to be another whistle, and the Cavs will retain the ball. RB, you could be streaming all night the way this game's going. I know, man. It's crazy. A lot of fouls in this game. I wonder what the most fouls ever in a Game 7 is. Somebody look it up. Let me know in the chat. What's the most fouls ever recorded in a Game 7? Jared Allen, Game 7 versus Toronto in the first round, 22-19. Tonight he's at 23-7. Here is Karis LeVert, guarded by Sam Merrill. Comes around a screen. One bounce to Paul Reed. Paul Reed backs down against Mobley. Floats it up. Got it off the bounce. Shout out to B-Ball Paul, man. Shout out Paul Reed. Here's Donovan Mitchell coming around a screen. Now switches on to Robinson. So now Harden and Mitchell both in the game. Mitchell going to step over, drive to the lane, goes up, lays it in. He points at the fan in the crowd that has been chirping at him. Here's Cade Cunningham now against Dean Wade. Kicks up to Paul Reed. Reed thinks a three. Pump fakes, now drives. Paul Reed dumps off to Robinson. Robinson off the move and knocks down a three. What a shot. What a shot by Duncan Robinson. Wow. Mitchell coming around a screen. Mitchell crossover, steps over, drives, Wade back to Mitchell. Merrill's going to set and pop. Here's Sam Merrill. Sidestep. Merrill for three. Oh, my gosh. Is this Sam Merrill or is this Kyle Korver?
Let's go.
Is this Kyle Korver? Here's a three from Levert. Short. Pistons get it back. Second attempt. Cavs steal it away. Harden up the floor. Floats it up. Mitchell drives all the way, lays it up and in. Wow. Yeah, the Pistons defense, nowhere to be found. Absolutely nowhere to be found. Robinson drives, lays it up, and he was blocked. Cavs have it, going for pretty much the knockout punch right now. That's what it feels like with Mitchell and Harden in the game. Allen's resting on the bench. 21-point game. Mitchell downhill, drives, blows by, lays it up and in. Yeah, they are just, they're smacking them right now. Here's Cade Cunningham, dumps it off to Sasser. He pops a three. That one is short, and the Cavs come away with it. Mitchell up the floor on the break again. Nobody there to defend him. He's fouled, and Mitchell's going to the line for two. $5 super chat from Ematic. What's up, Ematic? Tobias. Say his name 3 times and you get an elimination game dud. Ematic, what's up, man? Yeah, Tobias Harris, 0 field goals made here in this game 7. Trust me. Unfortunately, us Sixer fans know it too well. We know it all too well, man. Tobias disappearing in a game 7. Disappearing, man. And you know what's crazy, man? Pistons fans will probably be mad at Tobias, and he'll come out and he'll say something like, you know, I'm such a great vet, and like, I'm Tobias Harris, like, don't mess with me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not my fault, blah, blah, blah. But that's their problem. Free throw is good. Here are the Pistons on the other side. They watch the ball get taken away. Cavs have it again. It is a 24-point lead now. Here's Donovan Mitchell up top. Mitchell guarded by Sasser. He's going to find Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder back to Mitchell. Mitchell against Tobias. Steps back. 3-ball over Tobias. Oh my gosh, in your face!
He's on fire!
They would trade me for a crumble cookie. Woo! Crumble that. Now Tobias is calling for the basketball. He's got a one-on-one against Dean Wade. He's going to drive, nowhere to go. Sasser knocks down the 3. They needed that. They needed that. There's Dennis Schroeder. Drives the lane. Goes baseline, tiptoes, and he stepped out of bounds. $2 super chat. AP says Detroit basketball. Shut up. AP has had enough of the Detroit Pistons. $5 super chat. Riaz says, RB, how much stock do you put into seeding? After seeing the Pistons and Celtics collapse, would love to see the Sixers just be once healthy for a run. I'll answer that in a second. Here's Tobias Harris going to find Karis LeVert downhill. Had it poked away, and he was fouled. Riaz, thanks so much, man. How much stock do I put into seeding? I still think there is stock to be put into seeding. I do. I do think it matters a bit, you know, winning games, building an identity, and having home court. But it does not matter as much as it used to. I will say that. It does not matter for some reason. over the last 5 years, there have been more big games like this won on the road, honestly, than at home. So the home thing doesn't matter as much anymore. I do think the seeding is good, in terms of matchups, but it does not mean as much as it used to before. However, with the Pistons and the Celtics, I just think those teams genuinely are not as good as people thought they were. I think I said that before the postseason. I said the Pistons really, they got to prove it to me. And they don't have enough yet. They need more scoring. They need more rebounding. Celtics were completely one-dimensional. I don't know how the Sixers pulled off that comeback. It was incredible. But the Celtics were completely one-dimensional. Here's Donovan Mitchell going to turn, spin, float it up, short, gets it back, puts it up, and gets it again. Mitchell is just getting buckets, man. But yeah, the Sixers just didn't have enough depth either, man. It sucks. This was the year to kind of go all in, and they blew an opportunity. Tobias step back, clunk. We got a foul on the floor, though. Yeah, so Tobias is really not, talk about a disappearing act. It's not even like Tobias has 10 points. He's got 0 field goals made, which is pretty crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. And James Harden hasn't even done that well tonight either. He's got 5 dimes, but Harden's 1 of 6 in Game 7. Free throw is missed. Here come the Cavaliers, 97-73. 24-point game. Cavs have been in control. Harden to Mobley, and wow, just another blatant breakdown on defense. A blatant breakdown on defense. Sasser going to turn, spin, drive, float it up, short again, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Harden, half court, misses it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the end of the third quarter. Welcome in to the NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show right here on Philly Take with RB. 26-point lead, man. Do the Pistons have anything left in them? We will see. Or will the number 1 seed in the East go down, and will the Cavs punch their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals? What do you guys think, man? Let me know. What is the percentage chance that the Pistons come back and win this game? It would be an absolute historical comeback. Give me your thoughts in the chat. Before we get into this fourth quarter, got to give one more shout out to our great partners of the show over at National University. I told you about all their degree curriculum programs. Like I said, over 150 programs and certificates, bunch of areas of study. If you want to get schooled the way the Detroit Pistons are getting schooled on the defensive end right now, you have to check out National University. They have a new scholarship offering right now. It's called the Believe and Succeed Scholarship. Recipients can receive up to $6,000 per year on a bachelor's or master's degree. All you have to do is click the link and apply today. If you want to check out all their flexible online curriculum offerings, click the link in the description right now. And shout out to National University, not only providing you with the academic resources you need, but all the other things as well. A lot of college students citing a lot of stress in their journey in today's world. So check out National University because they offer the Peer Navigator Network. They also offer free mental health counseling via Timely Care and a student wellness center with one-on-one support to help you with all your life challenges. They are there to help invest in your education and see you thrive. And once again, last year they awarded over $55 million in scholarships and tuition reductions. Thank you to National University for partnering with the show, proud partner for the last 2 years. Click their link down below and check them out today. Ladies and gentlemen, This is where, this is where we're going to see if the Pistons are going to get punked, or do they actually want to make this some type of, at least, a fight. Just a little bit of like respect at least. Like, all right, let's not get punked by 30, or are they going to go out sad, as we would say? My percentage chance of the Pistons winning this game has gone from 6% probably down to 1.2. And that's me being generous. That's me being generous. It's funny, like people think that Sixers fans just make this stuff up about these players, and then they call us mean and just cruel, and we're just such a bad fan base. They think we make this up. They think we make this stuff up. And you see what happens. You see James Harden, who's 1 of 7 in this game. You see Tobias Harris, who is 0 of 6 in this game. I mean, it is crazy to me, man. It really is crazy. Looks like we got a technical foul here to begin the 4th. It's on Asar Thompson. What happened here? During the commercial break, Thompson said something to the ref, and the ref said, nope, T, you got a tech. So that's not a good way to start the 4th. So now it is a 27-point game. 27 points. Cade is on the floor. Tobias is on the floor. Duren, Robinson, and Jenkins. Here's the dribble drive from Schroeder. He blows right by, and he's flexing on Dennis Jenkins, talking smack to him. Former Detroit Piston, Dennis Schroeder. There's actually a lot of guys who have been on the other side here in this series. Karis LeVert, one of them. Now we got a foul off the ball. It's going to be on, I believe, James Harden. $200+ in the chat. Welcome in, man. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate y'all. Here's Jalen Duren going to hand it off to Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins back to Duncan Robinson. Drives and kicks, and it's stolen away. Merrill's going to take it all the way down the floor. He hesitates. He goes up, gets the bucket. Wanted the foul, but they're going to hold the whistle. Duncan Robinson's pissed off. Pistons are getting belt right now. It is currently a 31-point game, and Tobias throws it away again. Harden going to take Tobias one-on-one. And it's out of bounds. Tobias is jawing at the referee. Yo. Tobias, what's up, bro? Tobias wanted a foul. Here's the inbound to Mobley. He drives downhill, goes up all the way, and he was fouled by Tobias. Cavs are just completely having their way with this team right now. Mobley going to knock it down. 2 at the line, 106-73. It is now a 33-point game. I did not expect this game to be like this, man. Did not expect it to be a blowout. Here's Duncan Robinson, a 3. That one's in and out. Duren gets the rebound. Poked away. Listen, man. You're a Pistons fan. I mean, I don't know how you feel about Jalen Duren, but he lost himself a lot of money in these playoffs. Proved to be very one-dimensional. And his head has been all over the place. Like, he's just not making good plays at all. So I think the Pistons have a lot of work to do with this roster, if I'm being completely honest. Cade Cunningham at the top, comes around a screen. Here is Jalen Duren. Duren floats it up, misses a layup. He just missed a layup. Oh, yeah, you got to sit, Duren. You got to sit during the fourth quarter. It's over. Wow. Pistons poke it away. Duren is going to be out on the Cavs. So Pistons basketball. I can't believe Jalen Duren just missed the layup. That's crazy, bro. Cade's got 12 points. Duncan Robinson is the leading scorer for the Pistons right now. Jenkins pulls up mid-range and hits. You would think that with Cade getting defended the way he is, that Tobias Harris would step up, but he doesn't. It's kind of the story. There's James Harden against Duncan Robinson. He's going to pull up, now fake it. Wow, give and go, Harden. What a play. Unbelievable play. Cade Cunningham crossover drive with the left hand, floats it up, and Duren tried to flush it home on the oop. And I think they called a foul. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Cavs fans are on their feet. Cavs fans are giving a standing O right now. Sheesh, man. All I have to say, man, is things are aging very interestingly tonight. That's all I'll say, man. I don't want to talk too much smack, but Tobias, man, instead of telling, Philadelphia to get ready for the bleeping play-in, yeah, maybe you should actually score a field goal in a Game 7. Dom says it's definitely a blowout when your starters have 38 altogether. Yeah, it's bad, man. And I know people are going to put a lot of blame on Cade, but I think the Cavs did a really good job of defending him. And I just feel like nobody else stepped up for Cade Cunningham, but that's been the story. That has been the story. You win 60 ball games, and it doesn't matter because you don't have enough. You do not have enough. Simple as that. Simple as that. Allen says, get him, RB. Riaz says, Harris doing Harris things. Robinson with 13 is the leading scorer. Yeah, it's crazy. No offense at all. They have 75 points, guys. 75. Yeah, I agree. James Harden's not even playing well at all. Imagine if Harden had like 20 points. Be very, very bad. Yeah, Jalen Duren has a lot of work to do with his game. I think we saw clearly why he was exposed and why you need a center that can actually shoot in the modern day. They're leaving Asar Thompson wide open from three. He's bricking shots. Crazy, man. Largest Game 7 wins on the road. Philadelphia with 39 in 1948. Sixers have the biggest Game 7 road victory, according to the broadcast. All right, here we go, man. 9:20 to play. Schroeder, Mobley inside, goes up, and he's fouled. Was that Duren again? That's his fifth foul. Yo, Jalen Duren, are you serious, dude? I feel like I'm just kind of shocked because I feel like he's not even like playing the game. I feel like he's like in a different universe right now. What are you doing, Duren? Mobley going to miss the free throw. 108-75. 33-point lead. Cavs are resting some of their guys on the bench. And the second one is also no good. 0 of 2 at the line. Pistons have it. Here's Asar Thompson. Too much deferring by Cade right now. Jenkins going to pull up a three. Way off the mark. Not even close. Way too much deferring by Cade. Here's a miss on the other end. Nice save by Duren. Here come the Pistons. Cade going to pull up a quick three. It's out. Yeah, Pistons are done. It's over. Here's Schroeder going to drive baseline, go under the rim, turn, kick it out to Harden. Harden working, gets a switch on Cade. Now up top to Strus. Strus over to Mobley. Mobley dribbles against Duren. Cross to the left, the drive, downhill, finds Strus, reverse lay, and got it. 110-75 is the score. I think at the next commercial break, I'm going to go find the clip that I posted a month and a half ago, and I think I'm going to play it for you guys. Here's Duncan Robinson coming around a screen. Drives, throws it into the teeth of the defense. Stolen away again. Mitchell's back in the game. He drives, misses the layup. I would be careful if I was the Cavs here playing Donovan Mitchell, especially at the end of a series. Same thing with Harden. Jenkins is fouled. Let me see if I can find that clip that I put out like a month and a half ago. Oh, look at that. I already found it. All right, I'm going to wait for the next break. I'm going to play this clip for you. Let's see. Free throws are good. 110-77 now. $7:40 to play. Here's Max Strus. Tried to kick it out. Another out of bounds. $7:35 to go here in the fourth. Here's the kick over to James Harden. Harden going to pop a three. That's in and out. Pistons have it. Here's Thompson coming down the floor now. Finds Duren. Here's a three ball, and Sasser is going to let it fly. So it's back to 30. They got it back to 30 points. There's Dennis Schroeder, former Detroit Piston. He's going to drive down the lane, had it poked away, and it is out of bounds. Schroeder wants a review. Are they going to review? They are. Kenny Atkinson is going to review this. He wants the ball back. He is not giving up any possessions. Yo, is the crowd empty? Did Pistons fans leave already? Wow, they already left the game? There's nobody in the stands. That's wild, man. That is wild. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the clip that I put out a month and a half ago about Tobias Harris. Take a listen. Of why Sixers fans do not favor Tobias Harris. He is so unaware. Philly fans cannot be mad at Tobias Harris for getting a max contract. That is completely on the organization. That is not on Tobias. But on a night-to-night basis, when Sixers fans look at Tobias, sure, he may not be a max player, but he has the skills and the traits and the game of a guy that can be pretty consistent. So on many nights, instead of looking like a max star, he would come out and go on the complete opposite side. He would look like a vet min. There were games where he would play 40 minutes and have 1 rebound or 4 shot attempts. There were times where he would make quotes and it just sounded like he wasn't really a part of Philadelphia. You know, Philly fans would trade me for a crumble cookie. He told the crowd to shut up. And the worst part was he went out in the final playoff game, an elimination game that was so massive for this franchise, and he put up 0 points. That's almost virtually impossible. He averaged, like 9 points in the series? And then what was even worse was you had the Pistons announcer who says they decide to boo him here because he didn't average 30, but it's hard to score a bunch of points when Joel Embiid is on your team. Number one, it's about fitting in and finding your role, which he actually has done better in Detroit. So I don't know what this guy is talking about, and nobody was ever mad that he didn't drop 30. It's that he would drop 7. He would drop a triple single. He makes it a mission to come here and has to flex to the crowd in a game where Joel Embiid doesn't even play, by the way. At this point, I'm almost rooting for the Sixers to get the 8 seed and try to knock off the Pistons just to shut them up. Oh, Tobias. Oh! It aged like fine wine, man. You did it to yourself, Tobias. You did it to yourself. 0 points in an elimination game in 2024. And he's going to have 0 field goals in an elimination game in 2026. I mean, you just can't make it up, bro. Can't make it up. $5 super chat. AP, thank you so much, man. Detroit Pistons fans, see ya and wouldn't want to be ya. Cleveland fans, crack it open. Enjoy it. Tonight we are allies. Next week it is business. Hit the like button. AP, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. AP, thank you so much. And showing some respect before the battle begins is AP. Yeah, I guess the reverse jinxology worked, man. I guess I picked the Pistons and they got obliterated. So that's where we're at, I guess. That is where we're at. Seven minutes to play here in the fourth. Donovan Mitchell puts up a 3-ball. That one is short. Here's Mitchell again. The drive, the float, puts it up, misses it, gets it again, misses it, gets it again, and another foul. All I know is that Pistons announcer who was talking about, Joel Embiid and Tobias can't score because of Joel Embiid. Well, yeah, let's just say that take aged horribly. $111-80 is the score. Here's the pull-up mid-range. That one's missed. They get it back. Duren goes up, blocked from behind, and the Cavs have it. Here come the Cavaliers. Strus from the corner. Cha-ching! Absolute domination. Domination here in game number 7. I mean, it's not even close. Tobias is on the bench, by the way. Cade misses the 3. Unreal, man. Here's a 3 from Strus. He misses it. Pistons have it. Dennis Jenkins driving downhill, goes all the way through the defense, floats it up, misses it. And the Cavs get it back. Now Strus is getting in the face of Asar Thompson, and now they are getting a little handsy. Mitchell's holding back Max Strus. Max Strus is talking to Asar Thompson. He said, "Don't do that to me again." Now it's getting a little physical. There's literally no fans here. Everybody left from Detroit. Let's see what happened here. It looked like they went for a rebound. Oh, yeah, Thompson did throw him down, man. He hooked his arm under the shoulder and threw him down. Obviously, if you're Max Strus, you don't want to get suspended.
Let's go.
But that was a dirty play by Asar Thompson. Are they really going to review this, man? Are they really going to review this? $5 super chat from my guy AP. AP, my man. Cade's at the line shooting 1. He's going to knock it down. So I guess they call it a tech on Strus. AP says, I don't count the LeBron Cavs. That was a cheat code. The real Cavs team was 92. Congrats making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Going to be a fight. AP, thank you for the love, man. I appreciate you, bro. Even as not a non-Sixers fan, always showing us support, man. I don't know if I would say you can't count the LeBron Cavs. I mean, that's like the biggest part of their franchise history, you know? I mean, I know we all have our different eras and opinions, but I mean, LeBron and the Cavs, it's like, how do you tell the story without that, you know? What? That's just my takeaway. That's my takeaway. Strus going to knock down. Cade's hugging his teammates. He knows it's over. Tobias is going to finish with 0 field goal attempts in this game. That is crazy work. That is absolute crazy work. Another takeaway by the Cavs. Here comes Mitchell up the floor. I don't know why the starters are even still in. Here's James Harden. So, yeah, man. We will stick around after. I'll give like a little 10-minute post-game rant. I was just looking up the quote from the Pistons announcer. This is what he had said a month and a half ago. He said, on Sixers fans booing Tobias, quote, they decide to boo him because he didn't average 30, but it's hard to score a bunch of points when Joel Embiid is on your team. Well, my response to the Pistons announcer would be, man, I guess it's hard to score when Cade Cunningham's on your team, right? I don't know. I mean, this is just peak Tobias experience, bro. Absolute peak experience. Peak experience. Anyway, man. Oh, we hit 200 likes. Let's go. Let's go, man. Drop the yes, sirs. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake 'em up. Love this community, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. I know it's been a bit of a tough watch of a game. Like I said, we'll be streaming the rest of the playoffs, but still a lot to talk about, man. Still a lot to talk about.
Let's go.
Lots to talk about. Here's Mobley going to kick it up to Merrill. He pops a three. That one's off the mark. Here come the Detroit Pistons. Dennis Jenkins watching the... Who the heck is that? Who did they just bring in? Tolu Smith. They got Tolu Smith in the game. Say goodbye. Say goodbye, man. Here's Dennis Schroeder coming around the screen. Mobley and Mitchell still in the game. I don't know why these dudes are in, man. Better hope they don't get hurt here. Dribbles it off the foot. Is that, I forgot about him, actually. I forgot about Ron Holland. He hasn't played at all in the playoffs? Dang. Forgot about Ron Holland, man. 4:20 to go here in the fourth. Donovan Mitchell, guarded by Dennis Jenkins. Clock winding down, 30-point lead. Fans are nowhere to be found. They all hit the exits quick. And Mitchell to Mobley with another flush. I mean, they're just putting it on him right now. They are putting it on him right now. And we got a timeout. Bro, another one? Wow, man. Wow. All right, $2 super chat. AP says a cheat code. That was a super team. Yeah, you're right, AP. I agree with you there, man. I agree with you, AP. That was a super team. Some of it was. I mean, there was a climb, there was a journey. We don't have to go down through the history books, but yeah. I hear you, man. I respect that. Should be an interesting Eastern Conference Finals. More interesting than I thought. $5 super chat. Riaz, thank you so much. Knicks in 5. They have what the Pistons don't have. And that shooter's all over. They play defense. I hate them, but they are going to smash the Cavaliers. Riaz is the #1 Cavaliers hater. He is officially siding with the Knicks. I said it before this game. I think the Knicks will handle either one of these teams. I will say the Cavaliers did bring an element I didn't think they could tap into tonight. I thought their double bigs played extremely well, although I don't expect them to do that every game. James Harden was 2 of 10 in this game. He was a absolute no-show, but it didn't matter. But I thought the bigs handled it well. Mitchell played okay, and then, Sam Merrill off the bench was the spark plug. So, anyway, yeah, the Pistons are just, they're just not that good. And we saw that again tonight. So, their season's going to end. I think the Pistons have a lot of work to do, man, in the offseason. They have a lot of work to do. We'll be talking about it all. Stick around after this game for a little bit. Shout out to the community, man. You guys have been awesome tonight as we sit here and we watch Game 7, which has not felt close for any part of this game. Here's Thomas Bryant with the cleanup crews in. We got, I forget that guy. Who's that? Naquan Tomlin. Naquan Tomlin is in for the Cavaliers. Jalen Tyson is in for the Cavaliers. Jalen Tyson was on a heater at the beginning of this season. Then he became unplayable. Here's a 3-ball from the Pistons. That one comes up short. .255 to go here in the fourth. Cavs kick it back. Here's Thomas Bryant for 3. That one is off. Pistons have it. All right, guys. Before we, like I said, we might stream some of the Cavs and Knicks series. We'll definitely be streaming the other one. But, guys, drop your predictions in the chat right now. Early predictions. Cavs and Knicks. Who do you have? How many games? How many games and who do you have? I think the Pistons, by the way, again, I mean, they weren't going to win this game regardless, but not playing B-ball Paul more than 8 minutes in this game when Isaiah Stewart was running guys over on free throw attempts and when Jalen Duren looked completely lost was the mistake of the night by anybody. Like, I don't know how JB Bickerstaff did not, and look, I'm not just being biased because of B-ball Paul being my guy, but like, how do you not go to him when Duren is terrible and Stewart was clueless? How do you not do that? I don't get it at all. But yeah, the Pistons weren't going to win anyway, thanks to not having enough scoring. So we got 2 minutes to go. Clock is winding out. Pistons fans, welcome to the Tobias Harris experience, man. Welcome. This is what happens. Follow me on Twitter, man. I got all the receipts going up right now, man. All the receipts are going up. That announcer from the Pistons, he can get the smoke. On that clip I played for you guys, there was 85 comments from Pistons fans a month ago saying I was out of my mind. Yeah, this is the experience, man. Tobias played 23 minutes and was a minus 23. You cannot make it up. You really can't. You really cannot. Riaz says Knicks in 5, Cavs disappear after game 4. Or Cavs fans disappear. 140 to go. Here's Tolu Smith. Tolu! Shoot. This guy Tolu might even be better than Isaiah Stewart. Cleveland in 7. Cavs in 7. Cavs in 7. Wow, you guys are taking the Cavs? I think the Knicks are going to beat them. But I think whoever wins the Spurs and Thunder series is going to win the finals. That's how I feel personally. Wow, that's actually a good point. It's a 1, 2, 3, and a 4 seed in the 4 remaining teams. That's a good point. We got all the backups of the backups in right now. I don't even know who's playing right now, man. Tobias tricked y'all into thinking I'm going to cook in Game 7 Harris. Hey, he didn't trick me, man. This is the Tobias experience, man. James Harden experience, too. Just didn't matter tonight. Like I said a couple minutes ago, you know, people think that Sixers fans are just hating and that we're just mean. No, this is like exactly what happens. This is exactly what happens. They're just getting bullied right now, man. RB, that was pretty cool. You were on Joe Budden's podcast. Budden is a hater. He was hating. Like I said, man, Knicks fans can't get enough of me. Even Joe Budden's got to play my clip. Even Joe Budden's got to talk about my clips, man. Shout out Joe Budden. Well, that's finally going to do it, man. The end of the game is here. The Cleveland Cavaliers win it 125 to 94. First conference final since 2018 with Bron. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. Donovan Mitchell punches his first conference finals ticket, right? And James Harden is back in the conference finals. So do they have any chance against the New York Knicks? We will talk about that in a bit and talk about where things went wrong for the Detroit Pistons, man. Very close to the moment, but a lot of improving to do. But yeah, it ends up being a 31-point blowout. Should have probably been 65-point blowout. So we will see what happens, man. $5 super chat from AP. Thank you so much for the love, my guy. Shout out AP. Showing us major love. He says, RB, the Knicks know how to play the Spurs, and OKC beat us by a bucket. Spurs have no answer for Mikal Bridges. He has big games against them. I don't think they stand a chance against Spurs or OKC. Mainly OKC. I think OKC is going to win. There's my spoiler before we get to tomorrow night. We will be streaming the rest of the playoffs. We will be breaking all these games down. We got more content to come. But in terms of right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to do the little post-game wait. We are going to take it right over. We are going to take it right over here in a second. We got one more $5 super chat from AP. He says, Cavs fans, do I have to remind you, Mitchell Robinson and still on the team? He owns Allen and Mobley. Translation, no rebounds for you. So AP is talking smack to the Cavs fans already. He was giving them grace a few minutes ago, and now he is talking smack. He is talking smack. So Cavs fans, if you want to respond in the chat. You guys can deal with that. I'm just here to call the game and break it down, as always. Riaz says, Budden knows the best streamer on YouTube. Riaz, you're the man. This community is amazing, man. Appreciate every single one of you. Every single time you show up. And tonight, one team showed up. Well, actually, two teams showed up. The team in the chat, the community showed up. The Cavaliers showed up. But the Pistons did not show up. Not at all, man. They didn't even think about showing. I don't think the Pistons realized that the game started tonight. I really don't. So let's go ahead and take it on over and let's talk about this game. Boom. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. NBA Postgame live show brought to you by Prize Picks. The Cavaliers absolutely destroy, dominate, obliterate, excruciate, whatever word you want to use to describe it, absolutely have their way with the Detroit Pistons in game number 7. And it wasn't even close. There was no point in this game outside of maybe the first 2 minutes that you thought, okay, the Pistons have a shot. And really, that was for a couple reasons. But before I talk about those, and before I talk about the series in general, I got to return the favor, man. We have to talk about it. Tobias Harris in 2024 going out in that elimination game with 0 points. Fast forwarding it to 2 years later with the Detroit Pistons going out in game 7 in the second round with 0 made field goals in 23 minutes is peak Tobias Harris. It is peak Tobias. And a little while ago, maybe a month and a half, I put out a clip talking about how Tobias is not aware of anything. Because in a game where Joel Embiid didn't play, he was flexing to the crowd saying, well, Philly, guess what? Get ready for the effing playing. And now Tobias Harris and the Pistons and the 76ers both went out in the second round. Did the Pistons extend the series a little bit? Sure. But you know why the Pistons lost? Because they didn't have enough. Credit to the Cavaliers. They played incredible defense in Game 7. They blew them out of the water. But outside of Cade Cunningham, who was defended very tightly all night long, there was no Jalen Duren. His mind's out of it. And Tobias Harris was a no-show. So for all the Pistons fans that said we were crazy, and for all the people out there that look at the Sixers fan base and they say they're just mean, they're just rude, they don't know what they're talking about, this is the Tobias Harris experience. This is the experience that they have gone through with many different situations and athletes. It is as simple as that. And next time, maybe Tobias Harris should be less worried about the Philadelphia 76ers and more worried about how he's going to score one time in a Game 7. He had 5 free throws made, and that was it. Anytime he put the ball on the floor, he had nowhere to go. Oh, and that Pistons announcer who said Philly fans booed Tobias Harris, but he just can't average 30 because Joel Embiid is on the floor and he can't score a bunch of points. Well, I guess that means what? You can't score a bunch of points with Cade Cunningham on the floor? No, it was Tobias Harris's fault. And for that announcer, you look like a fool. You look like an absolute fool right now. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. And again, peak Tobias Harris experience. I'm not just trying to pin this loss on him only because it was a team loss. But for a guy that makes, what, $26 million? A guy that has made over $200 million in his career to go out when he's, what, 32, 33, whatever he is at this point, and to have 0 field goals made when a group of young guys are counting on their veteran. And for all those Pistons fans that were in the comments that said, he's a locker room leader, he's such a pristine vet. Who cares, man? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So anyway, had to get the Tobias Harris thing off my chest. Oh, and one more Sixers reference, man. Not playing B-ball Paul in this game when he has been fantastic in 2 to 3 games of this series when the Pistons have really needed someone to come through. Matter of fact, they needed somebody to come through last game to save the series. And what did B-ball Paul do? He had 17 and I think 7 off the bench, and he was fantastic. Couple big and ones, just a lot of big energy plays. And you know what the Pistons do? They keep Jalen Duren in, then they bring Isaiah Stewart in, and it took a crazy sequence to even get Paul Reed in this basketball game. You know what happened? In the second quarter, I believe it was, or third quarter, whatever it was, the Detroit Pistons fouled James Harden diving out of bounds. He goes to the free throw line, makes 1 of 2. Then on the rebound, Jared Allen gets it. And Isaiah Stewart shoves Jared Allen on a free throw attempt for no reason. Just a boneheaded play, which kind of does characterize the play style of Isaiah Stewart. So then after that, they get the rebound again, and Isaiah Stewart fouls him again. That is what it took for J.B. Bickerstaff to get Paul Reed in the game. I'm not saying that Paul Reed did a lot in this game or he would have made a huge, drastic difference, but he was your best option. So how did you not put Paul Reed in earlier in the game, knowing what he's done in this series? I thought that was a huge miss by Detroit. But again, ultimately, when Duncan Robinson is your leading scorer in this game with 13 points, it's just not going to be enough. They were leaving Asar Thompson open from the wing, and he was bricking wide open shots. They didn't play Ron Holland. They played Marcus Sasser. They played Karis LeVert for 17 minutes. They just didn't have enough scoring, man. And the last thing I want to say about the Pistons, 2 things. Number 1, I don't know if Jalen Duren got exposed or if he is just not that good, because in the second half of the season after the All-Star break, he was playing like an All-NBA player. But Jalen Duren has a lot of learning to do. He needs to grow his game because he has no offensive bag. In this series and in this game, he had no defensive IQ. He had 5 fouls. He barely did anything. It looked like a clone. It looked like he brought somebody else in that had never played the game before. And every possession in that first half, the Cavaliers killed the Pistons with the same action. They would get a switch on the top of the arc. They would put Mitchell or Harden on Tobias. Then they would run a pick and roll with Jared Allen. Jared Allen would roll downhill. Duren would drop back. He'd get stuck in between. Tobias would get beat off the ball. And Mitchell or Harden would float it up to Allen. And Duren would either be nowhere near the play or he would foul someone. That is exactly what happened the entire first half. And I give the Cavs credit because I thought their offensive philosophy was great. I thought they used the size to their advantage. They attacked downhill. The stat categories weren't that drastically different, but it was the level of physicality, the scoring, and the Cavaliers knew how they wanted to score in this game. Pistons didn't know what they wanted to do. It was Cade Cunningham trying to find looks. He had 16 shot attempts in this game. He could barely get open looks. The rest of the team standing around. Duren has no offensive bag. Tobias completely turned into a ghost. And outside of a couple tough Duncan Robinson threes, they had nothing to go to. There was literally nothing they could do. And the last thing I want to say is, I know a lot of people are going to look at Cade Cunningham through the scope tonight, and they're going to say Cade Cunningham was terrible. He was atrocious. He's got to grow and learn and get better. He's in his early 20s. And I think part of that is true. I know that Cade is the star of the team, and you got to look at him first and foremost. I just don't know what else he was supposed to do. I mean, the team wins 60 games. They go from being the worst team in the league 2 years ago or 3 years ago to now. They just needed more scoring, you know? And I don't think he should deflect all the blame. I think great players find ways to get it done. But in this scenario, I just think he really did not have the right-hand man. He didn't have anybody. And I think he tried to get downhill. He tried to get physical. And there was a couple stretches in the second quarter where he did that, but they just denied everything. The Cavaliers had a great game plan in this game on defense, and it was using their size to their advantage. Simple as that. Simple as that, man. What else do I want to say? I mean, Pistons shot 31% from three. Cavs were at 32%. I thought James Harden was a complete no-show for the Cavaliers. I thought Donovan Mitchell ended up playing a decent game, 26, 7, and 8. But I thought Jared Allen was probably the MVP of the game. Just his physical nature inside, his second chance opportunities. Cavs had so many offensive rebounds. Allen was at the forefront of it, 23 and 7 in an elimination game. He had 22 and 19 in game 7 in the first round. And he showed up again. And he put the pedal to the metal inside and did not let Jalen Duren do anything in this game. Nothing at all. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I think the MVP of the game was Sam Merrill. I don't want to discredit him. To get 23 off the bench from one player in a game 7 where things get very sloppy and they slow down. Sam Merrill, if you don't know who that guy is by now, man, that is the coming out party. Sam Merrill was fantastic. He's got one of the cleanest jumpers I've ever seen. Second round pick in 2020. He's 30 years old, and he just keeps getting better. And I don't think the Pistons played that really that good a defense tonight, but Sam Merrill he hit every big shot. He made his opportunities count. And when they needed buckets early in the game, when everybody was cold, it was Sam Merrill who had, I think, 15 in the first half off the bench. He was phenomenal. And yeah, I think every team needs a Sam Merrill. He was awesome in this game. And he did a really good job navigating around dribble handoffs and just finding space, a couple sidestep threes, and it was that easy. Yeah. Other than that, man, like I said, I thought the Cavs just dominated from start to finish. I mean, looking at the team stats here, I mean, they just dominated them, 31 assists on 43 shots made. They moved the ball well. They attacked 50-41 on the glass, 12-11 on the break, 58-34 points in the paint. I mean, that's the stat of the night right there. So if I'm the Detroit Pistons, obviously you have a superstar in Cade. He's tough. He's a really good player, but he can't be enough, Pistons have a lot of work to do this offseason. They're a young team. They're a 1 seed. You're thinking, okay, this is the start of a window. I kind of view it through a different lens. Like, obviously the Cavs had more pressure to win this game based on where they're at in their tenure with their window. But I don't think everything's all, sunshine and rainbows for the Pistons moving forward. I don't think you look at this like, oh, this is just some great, like, woo, whip-de-doo, like we made it to the second round. You have to get a better center, and Duren's going to be a free agent, which is why I'm so surprised he played this poorly. Maybe he's just not that good, but he is 22. He's got time to grow and develop. This has to motivate him to get better, but you got to get Tobias up out of there. You need a better second scorer. You need more shooting, and you need more depth, man. So that's how I look at this with the Detroit Pistons. They were 31-9 at home in the regular season. They got absolutely punked in their building so bad that the fans were leaving at the beginning of the fourth quarter. They left in a game 7. They didn't even applaud their team. They said, we're getting out of here. We're going to make sure we get home in time for work tomorrow. We're going to avoid traffic. That was an absolute beatdown. And yeah, man, I mean, the Pistons have a lot of work to do. Tobias Harris, in my opinion, showed us exactly who they are. So that's how I feel. All right. I want to just quickly talk for a few minutes about the next series, what I think is going to happen, and I want to hear from y'all in the comments. Who do you think is going to win the Eastern Conference Finals? Like I said, we'll be here tomorrow streaming the Spurs and Thunder, but who do you think is going to win out of the Knicks and the Cavaliers? And what's your final prediction in terms of games in that series? That's what I want to know. Who do you think is going to win out of the Cavaliers and Knicks? How many games will that series go? I will read out a couple predictions on the other side. We'll wrap up our takes and talk a little bit about that. But first, a shout out to our great partners of the Postgame show over at Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, the playoffs are full on here. Couple big series coming up with the Final Four in action. There's no better way to cash in on high-flying hoops action than with Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. Don't pass up your next shot and get $50 instantly in lineups when you use code CLNS and play your first $5. Check out all of their Do It Live. Pick the squares during the NBA playoffs. Like I've been telling you, you can win a trip for 2 to the NBA Finals. All you have to do to enter is make a $5 lineup with at least one live NBA player picked during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Get in on all the action. Prize Picks is available in all 50 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. You have the flex plays for more flexibility, the power plays for bigger payouts, and the stacks feature where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You can pick your players, let's say your favorite players, points, rebounds, assists, all in the same game, all in the same lineup, only on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Once again, use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. All right, man. What is your final prediction for Cavaliers and Knicks looking ahead? $2 super chat from our Knicks guy in the chat. AP, my man's been supporting us all season long. He says, RB dope shirt. I got a blue one and a red one. AP, my man. Shout out to the Philly Take merch, man. It's a clean tee. Hey, ask AP in the chat. It's pretty soft, right, AP? Made pretty well, man. Check it out, phillytakewithrb.com. Cavs, I thought, put forward a valiant effort tonight. But thinking about the matchups, thinking about the way the Knicks played, the way they looked dominant, and the fact that they're coming off, 10 days of rest, or I don't know when the next series starts, but yeah, I think it's around 10 days of rest versus the Cavs on a few days of rest. I think the Knicks should be able to at least win the first couple. I do think the Cavs can steal 1 or 2, but ultimately, I'm probably going to pick the Knicks to win the series. I just think they're the better team. I've been very vocal in saying I think the winner of the Spurs and Thunder series is going to win it all. I've been saying that since January. So I think that to me is kind of going to be my finals. But it would be crazy if the Cavs could upset the New York Knicks. Somebody made a point in the chat that we have a 1 seed, which is the Thunder, a 2 seed, which is the Spurs, a 3 seed, which is the Knicks, and a 4 seed, which is the Cavs, remaining in the playoffs. The more I see this playoffs, I get even more frustrated with the 76ers because I think the conference was wide open. I didn't really believe that much in the Pistons before the playoffs. I thought another team would make a run to the conference finals. That team ended up being, well, actually both the Knicks and the Cavs. And, you know, there was this opportunity there and you didn't get it. It is what it is. But as of right now, if you had to ask me between the Cavs and the Knicks, I think the Knicks are the better team. Yeah, I mean, even tonight, you know, I mean, we're not going to focus on it a lot, but like James Harden completely disappeared again in the big moments. It didn't matter. If James Harden played a great game, the Cavs would have won by 50 points. Easy. But yeah, I just don't know if the Cavs have enough shooting to stay up to par with the Knicks. That's kind of what I'm looking at. It's going to be loud. It's going to be rowdy. And I'm probably going to pick the Knicks to win in probably, to be nice, I'll say 6, but probably like 5 or 6. That's how I feel. AP says, yes, great material. Shout out AP, man. Giving us some love. Busy Base is very soft, great quality. Shout out Busy. Busy's also copped some merch. RB, where's the clip about Joe Budden talking about you? It's in his last podcast episode, man. Play one of our clips. And yeah, man, I mean, Knicks fans can't get enough of me because I tell them the truth. And they respect that. They love it. And they just keep coming back, man. I'm like the gift that keeps on giving to them, apparently. But anyway, what do you guys think, man? Series predictions. Let's see. Knicks in 6. Knicks in 5 or 6. Cavs in 6. Knicks in 5. Cavs in 7, says Ben. Cavs in 6. I'm seeing a lot of Cavs predictions. You guys really think the Cavs can get it done? Okay, I respect it. I respect it. I just don't know if James Harden can do that. I really don't. I do think it'll be his last opportunity. I think this could be James Harden's best opportunity to get to an NBA Finals. Honestly. Yeah, we did post the clip on our social media pages. That's why I say follow us on all platforms. Definitely check us out on all the socials. Linktree coming through in the chat as always. We did post it over there. But yeah, man. Shout out Joe Budden for throwing us on there. Philly take to the moon, baby. That's all I got on this game, guys. I don't know what else I can really say about it other than it was such a one-sided affair, an absolute beatdown by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Much respect to them. Can they keep the momentum going forward? When is game 1 of the series? Is it on Tuesday night? Is it on Tuesday night, that game? I'm assuming, right? They'll get 1 day of rest. Let's see. Yeah, Tuesday night, game 1, Cavaliers versus the Knicks. So the Cavs will get 1 day of rest, and then they'll be right back. Which, by the way, Cavs fans, take it from us, Sixers fans, is not ideal, man. Playing a 7-game series, although it was an easy game, but playing a 7-game series, having 1 day of rest against a team that's well-rested is not fun. Definitely not fun. So we'll see what happens on Tuesday night. If Harden has at least 3 throwback games, the Cavs could win. Vincent is in the chat. I summoned you earlier, Vincent. What happened to your boy Tobias, man? I know you're on the Tobias wave. If Harden has 3 throwback games, the Cavs could win. Yeah, and if I had wings, I could fly to the moon. You get what I'm saying? Of course, you know, we could say anything like that. If Jalen Brunson drops 0 points in the first 2 games, the Cavs could win both games. Yeah, that could happen. Is it going to happen? No, it's not going to happen. RB, how do you think Darius Garland feels after going to the Clippers? Play-by-play with JJ. What's good, man? How do I think Darius Garland feels? I think he's pissed off. I would be pissed off if my team traded me and then they went to the conference finals. I would be salty, man. But they're not going to win the finals, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I understand why the Cavs made the trade. Darius Garland has not been healthy. And on top of that, they were just the mid team for most of the season. Like, they had to make a move to get people to buy in. Now, was James Harden the right move? I guess we'll find out here in a couple days or a week. But they're in the conference finals, you know, Donovan Mitchell now in this territory, Jared Allen. So we'll see. We will see. Toby had a throwback Toby game. Yeah, you're right, Vincent. He did. He had a peak Tobias classic game, man. This is who he is. This is who he is. Peak Tobias experience. Great way to put it, says Busy B. Anyway, yeah, that's where we're at, man. An absolute beatdown by the Cleveland Cavaliers. And the Pistons have a lot of work to do. But they lose in Game 7. They get absolutely smacked on their home floor. Now they have to come back and be better next year from it. So that is where we are at, man. Should be an interesting one, though. We'll see how it all plays out. Like I said, we'll be here streaming Spurs and Thunder. NBA playoff game day live show brought to you by our great friends at National University all season long. Shout out to Prize Picks. That's all I got tonight, man. That's all I got. Absolute beatdown. Shout out to the community. You guys make it fun all the time, man. Cavaliers punched their first ticket to the conference finals since 2018. They will face the New York Knicks. Cavs, Knicks, Thunder, and Spurs. That is the final four. See how it plays out, man. As always, appreciate y'all. Tap back in tomorrow night. We're about to witness a crazy historic series starting tomorrow night. See how it plays out. Enjoy the rest of your night. Catch you on the next one. Peace.